Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore, and we only see dicks? Has anyone noticed this? Yes, I love titties. Big old titties.
Everybody in chat saying I'm late and gay. You're late and gay. All right. I was doing stuff. I was busy. Today we have Zia land. Thank God we can get the penises. No more penises today. Well, except for mine. But mine barely counts. So it doesn't matter.
Have you ever measured? I've always wanted to measure a guy that I was with penis for science, and no one has let me do it ever. I need to know because I need a frame of reference. I need to know what 5 inches looks like. On a, like, I know what 5, but you know, on a guy.
I would not know what that looked like. But dude, of course. But when you do it too, like when you do it, like you also have to push in the like skin and the flab to make it go. The rulers like inside your body to make it even look like to make the number higher. Whatever it takes to make the number higher. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's the whole point. It's like if you know how girls when they work out, like they're only cared about the number, so like they technically could just cut their leg off and then they would be like 90 pounds.
That you know what? That's a good point. Trust me, I'm already gearing up for when I get my boobs done to have a mini freak out because my weight's gonna go up. I don't know how much they're gonna weigh. I'm gonna step on the scale and be like, oh fuck,
131. Well,
oh my god,
I guess I got to swallow a shotgun. Yeah, dude, that's the great thing about being a dude is like I don't weigh myself. I'm not interested. I weigh myself at the beginning of a cut, the middle of a cut, and the end of a cut. I weigh myself, but it's. Dude, when I was 147 in 2015, and I was shredded. And in 2022, I was 194, and I was shredded. So
yeah, dude, it's wild how much because muscle's obviously so dense.
Yeah,
how much of a difference having extra muscle on your body makes. It's insane.
Yeah, dude.
And I know that.
Oh, well, thank God. You're like the one in the million. Billy Hatcher says, I hope we get Neked Snake goal. I hope we get the Snake goal. Well, yeah, that's going to happen, dude. Snake goal always happens. Karis is an orange boy at the beginning, by the way. There it is. Love you, baby. I appreciate you, Karis. By the way, guys, let's talk a little bit. So I leave for Vegas right after this show. I have a sold out show with Nick. And the reason I say it's sold out is because I think it's max capacity already, but I think they're still selling tickets though. So if somebody could post the link to that, to 26th of February, it's going to be huge as hell. Make sure you show up. Nick Neked is going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And get the hell on it, dog on it. Plus, we're up against the 119th Neked Snake in a row. And Zia's going to do Neked Snake with us today.
I brought a bra. I brought a bra just for that.
We're going to make sure it's within the U.S. or the U.S. Make sure it's within the guidelines of YouTube so we don't get yeeted off the damn platform. But that's going to be a lot of fun. So 119th will be Zia. 118th was Flawed. 117th was Nick Neked. And then Zia will also be doing Fight Milk. It's going to be a little bit different ingredients.
Maybe.
A little bit different ingredients. Because she milk killed her family and she's not a fan of milk. So
it's not allowed in this house. There are two things that are not allowed in this house, and that is food items: milk and mayonnaise.
Ooh, why would anybody want mayonnaise anyway?
Oh, fucking gross! Disgusting condiment.
For real, dude. And Morska says no, late and gay. Thank you. And he says 2 good shows tonight. First Viva and Barnes, and that's always girl now Z and you. Good night on Rumble. Thank you so much in the Rumble peeps. Thank you people in the locals. I see you, late and gay. Outlaw 2, Rational Texans. All right, so get the hell on it, dog on it. I appreciate you guys for joining the CAMELCAST 5. So let's go ahead and jump into some bullshit right away because I asked this question to everybody immediately. Flawed is in the chat. I asked this question to everybody, like, because everybody's opinion matters. What do you think about movies and TV shows and forced woke shit? How do you feel about that?
It's fucking annoying.
Okay,
look,
good.
We're getting because it's getting to a point where it's pissing off progressive people. Like I've always been socially progressive, and I like to still think that I am. I guess to an extent, it just depends on how far people because people they do this all the time. I notice this with. I mean, I feel like you're the perfect person to talk to about this because I've seen you talk about it.
Yeah,
but it's the same sort of thing that they did with body positivity. They took a good thing and they went too far with it. It's always like it's
Yep. Zia froze. I think she froze. We're about to find out. Speaking of body positivity while she's on freezing, I think I know where she's going with this. Body positivity. There she is. Hey.
like froze on me and freaked out. Sorry.
Body positivity. Continue.
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, body positive. They take these good things and you're like, yeah, cool. Not everybody's going to look like a supermodel. That's crazy. If you take body positivity and they take it too far, and then they're like, suddenly it goes from like, yeah, it's cool if you're not freaking 95 pounds and heroin chic because you don't have that body type to,
Yeah.
You're 800 pounds. Woohoo. Love yourself, girl. Sexy. And you're like, no.
Yeah. And man, dude, I had somebody, but by the way, Trent, thank you for your $10 super chat, dude. Dude, it's gotten to the point now where people, I could post a picture on Instagram of me with my shirt off, and I'll have people in my comments saying I'm fat phobic just because I am in shape.
It's crazy. No, I've heard that losing weight is now fat phobic.
Yeah.
People are trying to say, I'm like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's crabs in a bucket mentality. People that are fat, they want to stay fat because they don't want to put in the work, and they would rather see everybody else looking like them so they don't have to feel as bad about themselves.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, you can do that if you want, but don't pretend like it's healthy and you're not going to have some sort of health complications as you get older.
Dude, that's a great point. Like, I say this a lot because people get mad, dude. You can be like, fuck the fatties. You can say something like that as a joke, but people will immediately think you're attacking them. And I'm like, no, dude, don't get me wrong. Like, I have people that are friends that are, they're a little overweight. I would never say anything out of the way to anybody. I would never walk up to somebody and be like, you were disgusting. I would never do that. And I don't look at them any different as well. I don't see them as like anything shameful, but
like sea monsters.
Yeah, yes. But if somebody came to me, and was like, the fact that you work out's a waste of time. Like, I'm healthy and I'm 200 more pounds than you. Like, and I just don't see a point in that. I'm gonna be like, well, you're not healthy.
That's crazy.
And like you don't look as good as me, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to force all these people that are butter golems onto the front of magazines and shit. And like, and everybody's always talking about how brave they are. And you'll notice, especially women, because women, god damn women. So the thing about women, dude,
never should have given us rights.
No, I agree. Repeal the 19th immediately. So no, like, you go to an Instagram post and it's like a Landwell ass girl, and she got like her like underwear that's supposed to be normal looks like a G-string because she could stretch to max capacity. Like, people in the comments, it's all like, attractive women. It's always attractive women in the comments saying, yeah, babe, you go, girl. And the reason they're saying that is because they want her to stay that way.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, don't become competition for me. Stay a fat fuck so I stay hot.
Women
you can't trust women, man. I'm telling you.
Dude. Hell no.
Oh, yeah. We're crazy. We're a bunch of fucking nut jobs. It's You got to watch out. And it bums me out, man. I hate it. I really, really... It sucks how jealous and two-faced and catty women can be. It's hard to make female friends. I have a few, and I'm so thankful that I found some cool ones.
Oh, Jesus. Well, this is a first. Casey, my boy, always popping in and saying he loves the show, has just shit on everybody this entire year and becomes the all-time god. Casey with a $500 super chat. It is 1/19th Neked Snake immediate. Look at that. In one hit, in one stroke. That's like when you put it in like a hot girl and you've been like waiting for like 35 minutes straight, and it's just like you don't even get one choice pump. That actually happened to me one time. Thank you, Casey.
I'm sorry.
Now I rectified it though. I'll tell you how. Casey, I love you. That is way too much. You didn't have to do that. I don't deserve that shit, but I love you and I appreciate you. Everybody in the chat, I want you to spam something for Casey. Spam some cum faces or some ones or some whatevers. Because Casey just bought you the first female Neked Snake. And of course, the 119th in a row Cody Neked Snake. So there you go. Thank you so much, Casey. I love you. Swift kiss to your penis. Thank you. So, real quick, tell you the story. So there's this girl I was hanging out with. All right. And she was like mind-bogglingly attractive. She was kind of boring, but I didn't care because I'm a dude.
Shit, I was going to say that I was talking to a friend about this recently, and I think that if someone's too attractive, guy or girl, they tend to be either boring or like really bad in bed because they've never had to try because they're just so good looking.
See, you already got. I see. I was gonna say that, and then you said it. Like I was like, oh, I know why, and I'm about to tell her why. I'm about to educate her, and then you said the thing. Yeah, they've never had to. So when I was growing up, dude, I was obese my whole life, and I was obese until I was like late teens. And the only way I could fit in was I had to be me. Like I had to like really dig in and be like, woo, get on it, dog. You know, I had to go crazy. And that just eventually became who I was. It's just, I can't change. I can't turn that shit off now. That's just who I am. And I got to retain that after getting into shape. So people like that, these girls, these football players and shit that peaked at 16, they never had to do that. So like when you message them, they're like, hey, and that's their extent of their conversations with you. Hey, how you doing? Good. What'd you do today? Work. And you're like, what the fuck? Did you say something that I'm interested in? 16-bit mascot. Cheers, brother. So yeah, they never had to build that shit. But dude, I was hanging out with this girl. Boring as hell, but she had that crimson red hair, natural. Just had that. She had, and she wasn't like gingery and spooky, like clowny. Her like skin was like fucking tan, and she was like, I think she was like 20,
rare,
24, 25. Not a dimple on her entire body, and we hung out like 2 times. And I don't make moves. I like to like let them do all that shit because it always worked in the past. So why not?
It does work.
So I kind of built this thing up. And she comes over to my house and we're both drinking and whatnot. And then she's just laying in front of me and we were like messing around for like an hour. And she's like laying there and she slipped the drawers off and everything. And it looks like the McDouble, but from like the commercial, not like you buy one. I'm talking about like the commercial one.
So it's the good one.
Yeah, dude. So like I'm like, oh my God. And I like, I just insert and I'm like, holy shit, like not even one choice pump. And I had to like leave. And then I was like, I'll be right back. And I went and sat in the bathroom for like 20 minutes. Just so sad. And then I came out and she was totally awake and still not, she didn't go to sleep or anything. So I was like, let's do this.
Well, that's because she didn't finish.
Yeah. So no way. There's not even a chance. So yeah, it's crazy. But I ended up, smashing a pisser, so it worked out.
Okay, good.
But that was the story. That was the story. I think, dude, when people say, like, people make jokes about like, 2-pump chump or just, I was like, that actually has happened to me once. And it was.
I feel like it's happened to every guy once.
Well, yeah.
Any guy who says it hasn't has lying.
Yeah, because there's times where like it just sometimes I could be raring to go gung ho. It's the greatest shit ever. It feels amazing. It's just the best possible thing, and I can just go as long as I really want to. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's just like it's like my penis throws up immediately. It's just so fast. I'm just like, oh shit,
just sensitive.
Like it was just too damn slobbery, that slobber pocket. Yeah, dude, I'm a consistency. That how guys are like, they're either into tits or ass. I'm into consistency of the slobber pocket. That's my thing.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You gotta have a good slobber pocket.
Oh my God!
If you have nice tits or a nice ass, you can't put it in. Well, you could actually. That's not true. You can titty fuck something.
You can. I can't. When you have a baby pinky, you can't do that shit. No, but dude, Russell Hall's in here. 2 pumps is a compliment. Thank you, Russell Hall. Appreciate that. Look at that. This beautiful man. Derek Huda, I love you. I appreciate you. Outlaw T says, when did you first use the phrase pisser smash? I have no idea, dude. Dude, it's been years now. It's been a long time. Slobber pocket and all that shit. It's been years.
I've never heard slobber pocket. I love it. I've heard to describe a child crotch goblin, and that's like one of my favorite things I've ever heard to describe a kid.
Yeah, well, I'm not a fan of the children.
No,
I have an illegitimate one out there somewhere, but I don't I don't want any. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. You've got one. As long as you don't know that it's yours, though, it's cool.
Oh, I know. I know they're definitely mine. I just don't. I'm not involved in this. Go. It's a Tinder thing. It's like you want it. So, okay, let me get your opinion on this because this is a great time to bring this up. So when I was on Tinder, I don't know about you, but you seem pretty open and honest. When I was on Tinder, almost every girl, not all of them, because it was easily over 100 when I was 27, 28. Almost every girl was in a relationship or they were either married or had a boyfriend.
On Tinder?
Yeah.
Really?
Almost all of them. There was there was
like
probably
cheating,
20.
Or their partner knew.
Most of the time they didn't know.
They didn't know.
I think they said at first they would. So they would preface it with, "Oh yeah, he knows," but blah blah blah. And then like after the deed was done, they're like, "Oh yeah, they don't know. So you better not add me on Facebook." I'm like, "Oh shit. Oops."
Wow.
So yeah, that happened once. But what do you like? Is that something that you like? Do you know you have chick friends that just be taking loads from random dudes? And
No, I don't. I will not none that are none that are in relationships. Like
ooh,
I've been on Tinder, like this was years ago. I've been on Tinder, but I don't have any girlfriends who are like in relationships or married and out on Tinder being like, it's okay. Actually, no, it's not. That's
yeah,
wild. I did not realize. Well, where do you say where you live?
I live in Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay, so you live in Alabama. I wonder if it's different by place. I was on Tinder in LA.
Yeah. So my city is very progressive, and it's like a science city. There's every corporate office for every airliners here. There's a military base here. It's really high tech city. Like we have Google Fiber, so that means a lot to me. But yeah. What is the statistic? Like there was a study ran a couple years ago, and the study concluded that around 68% of men and women admit to cheating.
Yeah, it's a really, really, really high percentage. It's
Yeah,
wild.
so that would make sense that
I guess that's true. Holy
like
shit.
70 girls. Yeah, it's pretty freaking terrifying, man. And that's why that's one of the small pillars as to why I can't be in relationships. Like I just can't. I just, and it's not because I'm like a crazy jealous guy. I actually am the very opposite of that. I just don't.
Being jealous doesn't mean it's okay for someone to cheat on you.
Yeah,
Or not being jealous, rather.
yeah. I don't. I just don't. It's just like it's like an extra weird anxiety thing I don't need in my life. This front porch conservative says, Zia, you've always looked great, but your red hair is amazing.
I love
It brings out your eyes. You and Cam on the same stream. God help us. Yeah, it's gonna be Slaughter Pockets for 2 hours for real. How many trailers in your vicinity? So I live in a very nice gated neighborhood, so there's no trailers, unfortunately. Crispy Cracker says jacket before the date. Well, I didn't know. Crispy.
Something about Marriott.
I did not know that it was going to be like one pump chump. Master Lounge, you are a maniac, dude. 10 gifted subs. Love you, dude. So, is that okay? Well, this is another great question. Have you ever cheated before?
I've once, with a guy that I was dating like years ago, kissed another guy when we were together, like drunkenly kissed someone else. But I've never slept with anyone else being in a relationship.
Interesting. So you're not part of that percentage. I feel like you're telling the truth because you're pretty open. So
I'm very open. I just feel like that's a garbage thing to do, especially to a person that you claim that you love.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, you're just a piece of shit if you do that. That's my opinion on it.
Now,
like if you're really so hard up that you really want to go fuck other people, you need to have a conversation with your partner of like, hey, either I want to go do this and this will be like an understanding between the two of us, or we probably shouldn't be together anymore because I want to go bang other people.
Yeah. So what do you think? So okay. What about this? What if a guy he's worth millions of dollars. He's in a position like a CEO position. He travels all over the US. He's never really home. And his wife or girlfriend lives at home. And that's her thing. She just lives at the house and he takes care of her. Like, is that more of an understanding position if he's smashing pisters out there while she's at home?
Maybe if that's sort of like he kind of told her coming into it, like, look, I love you and I'll take care of you, but I'm totally going to bang people on the road.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I feel like some sport, like if you're dating a sports guy, you've got to know that's happening. Like there's no way it's not. So you got to be cool with it or like, right. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like, so that's kind of my point. Cause I've had these conversations before. And I gotta tell, I talk to girls and I'm like, look, like if you're dating a dude and he's like wildly successful, he's traveling everywhere, he's doing all this shit. And like, you're just, you don't really have any redeemable qualities other than the fact that you're like attractive and you're a woman and you're living at home and you are 100% taken care of. Like, I feel like that's a different situation than like your husband's a shift manager at McDonald's and you guys are like kind of sharing everything and trying to survive together. That's a little bit different.
Very different.
I don't know. It's just that's like the top 0.001% of men, you know. And there's not
that for
very
some
many
reason
of those.
like every girl is convinced that that's the kind of guy she deserves, and she's like, I'm not even gonna date you unless you're 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
You make $400,000 a year.
Yeah.
And you're like, lady, look at you. Like, you're not that hot. I mean, you're hot, but you're not that hot. Like, dude, let's be real here.
Every time I see a chick saying this, she is like a garbage can.
Yeah.
Like every time. Now, sometimes they're kind of attractive, but they're always kind of a garbage can. They look like they always look like they smell bad a little bit. And I'm like, how dare you say you want like the 1 out of 8 dudes that exist in your state? Like,
It's fine to have standards and know what you bring to the table, but there's a level. Like, come on.
Yeah,
man.
and they're always 31, and I'm like, girl, that you ain't even in the same freaking like ball game as like that dude now. Like,
yeah, he's dating girls that are 23. Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been doing for years. Like, they're always 22 to 24, and it never changes. Like, so,
do you feel like that's because they have what you're offering what they want? Like, you're at a point in your life where you're like, that's the perfect age because it's never going to go past what I don't want it to.
Maybe,
or what I want it to, perhaps.
Maybe it's just that's just the people that's just the people that match with me. I don't really discriminate.
You look young.
I don't discriminate. They just always match my ass.
I think it's because you look young.
Yeah, and they're always like, I'm like, look, I gotta preface this with I'm not interested in doing anything else other than like hanging out and being friends and like chilling. And they're like, yeah, I agree. And then like we hang out a couple times, and then like of course we drift apart because we've hung out a few times, and they get mad and they call me an asshole. And I'm like, I told you at the beginning of this shit that we weren't. This was the thing that we're gonna do for a second, and then I've heard
this story many, many times.
And they're always like, I can change him. I'm like, no, my ex-wife already changed me, and for the worse. It's over.
Oh no! How long were you married for?
7 years.
7 years. Okay.
And then yeah, I don't know. Dude, I have a lot of friends that they like get out of a relationship that's like long term, and they immediately are like in love with another girl like 2 weeks later. And I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? Like, I thought it would go away after a couple years, but it never did. I just don't like form attachments anymore like that. I'm just like, nope, get away from me. Not interested. It's weird. So, yeah, therapy didn't help. So we're just now the good thing is though, it makes it to where I can focus on myself exclusively, always.
Yeah. That's true. And you have time for doing this and streaming and doing all the other stuff that you do. This is not an easy lifestyle to have with someone else.
No.
It's not easy to date and try to build a life with someone when you do this.
Yeah, and because I know how you bitches are. And you're always like, yeah, can you just not stream Friday and we can like sit beside the fire and like maybe. I'm like, no, bitch.
No.
We ain't doing shit because I'm streaming.
This is my job. I feel like that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, if this is your job, this is your job. You have to do it. You can't just because you work for yourself, if you take the day off, that's how people aren't successful.
Yeah. Ooh. And yeah, well that's how this always is. Cause dude, I'll meet girls and I'll hang out with them. And they'll be like, can you hang out with me Saturday night? And I'm like, no, I can't. No, I do shows on Saturday night. And they're like, can you just skip it? Because I'm like, they're like, oh, you just do YouTube. Can't you just not do it? And I'm like, no, you don't understand
how that works. It's not how that works.
There was a point where I didn't miss a show for like 6 months at one point. Now I do a lot of shit and I'm traveling all the time. So I miss shows a lot now. But I do have a road streaming kit now. Took me a while to get one. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at Shani's beautiful ass. I've been trying to hit that shit I've been trying to hang out with her for a while and she won't freaking hang out with me. She says, I give you this. Duck, duck, duck. Duck, duck, duck. I appreciate you, Shani. She came over to my house a few months ago.
Aww.
And she left ducks all over my house. Little baby ducks.
Ducks are adorable. I love ducks.
You can see them in my background. They're little bitty yellow balls all over my room. They're everywhere. They're little. It's right above my hand, right here.
I see the ducks.
They're all little rubber duckies.
Little ducks. They're so cute.
I went to sleep in my guest bedroom because I have my roof in my master bedroom is just glass. So if I'm trying to sleep in, it's like blinding.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, so I go. It's cool when it's raining and shit. But then I go to my guest room and I black out, and I like woke up and there was just like a rubber ducky on the headboard, like, and I was just looking up at it and I'm like, what the fuck is this here? Like, I just keep finding these bitches. She put them all over my damn house. Thank you, Shani, for your pink boy. We love you. We appreciate you. And one more from Disco Cobra with a giant, delicious, fat, pulsating red boy. Ever since I started learning more about female nature through various channels on YouTube, it has turned me off from dating in general. Same. I still want to have a relationship in the future. I'm like Cody right now, just doing my own thing and casual stuff for now. Disco Cobra, I couldn't agree more with you. I love you and I appreciate you for always showering me with all your your super chats. I appreciate that, dude. You are goated as hell. We are 280 from Fight Milk for the 119th stream in a row. Jesus Christ, man. I can't see. This is what happens when I stream. I'll have a podcast, I'll have guests on, and these sons of bitches are going ham in the chat. And they're like, yeah, don't talk, just read my super chat, bro.
They're sweet
Hell,
boys.
They take care of me for real. They take care of me. They're goated. I don't deserve that shit. But we do have 2 gold boys, Billy Hatcher, Trent Westbrook, 1 orange boy from Karis, 1 pink boy, Shanny, 2 red boys, Disco Cobra, and freaking Casey with that 500. Thank you. Hell to the Camelot. Thank you, 16-bit. So, yeah, dude. Wait, what were we talking about? I forgot. People.
Something about dating.
Yeah.
But to that one comment, I think that you're doing the right thing. If you want to be in a relationship, do your own thing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with putting yourself out there.
Nope.
You just got to know it's going to take some time. And then eventually you'll find the person that things just kind of click with. It happens. It just.
Yeah, I think.
You don't get too attached. Like Cody said, don't get too attached. You just don't. I don't know. I think that you don't go into everything thinking, oh my God, this person's the one. And I really need this to be something. Because the thing that's going to be something is going to be something.
Yeah, I don't.
And you'll find it when you get to it.
Great point. I don't get attached. That's the broken part. Like, so people, because a lot of people can't even fathom like what I mean. Like, I just don't get attached. It's so weird. Like, I could hang out with a girl for like a year. That's like a regular hookup. And then she'll be like, hey, I'm moving to California. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then she's like, is that it? I'm like, yeah, okay. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Like, they're like, you don't even care. I'm like, no, what am I supposed to do? You're moving. I just don't get attached. Like, probably the most attached I got to a person, and this is purely in like just attached to somebody because they're there and they're like my friend, is my old roommate, Tiny. She's a little bitty girl that used to stream with me all the time. And she was just like my best friend in the world. We did everything together. And like, it had nothing to do with like smashing pisses or anything. It was just, we just hung out and we were best friends.
Did you do that too?
Well, yeah.
You just weren't attached because of that. I got it.
No, I didn't. Well, that was a different time. Like, so like, you're drunk. You're drunk. You've been drinking. They got like 9 White Claws in me, and there's just a girl that's like, ain't got draws on. I'm like, well, I don't. As long as she's not 400 pounds, I'm probably gonna dump a load. I'm gonna be honest.
Even if she is 400 pounds.
No,
probably.
Bro,
no.
Do you know how I have a 2-inch penis? You think I'm gonna be able to get in that bitch?
You don't. But that's the great thing about fat sex. You don't have to get it in. There's crevices everywhere.
There's like 90
always
holes.
Reminds me of that episode of Family Guy where Lois starts to get fat. And Peter finds out that fat sex is amazing sex, and so he keeps feeding Lois so she gets fatter.
Yeah, God, Jesus. Mr. Vigo says he wants to. We want to see Cody's naked snake boy. Sorry, lady. Shit, God, that's not true at all.
They're
Mr.
here
Vigo.
For you.
We ain't doing shit. Thank you, Super A. We ain't doing shit. Love you. Appreciate you, Super AJ. Shanny again says, show her how tiny the ducks are. I will get one for you, Shanny. There's 250 of them in my house. Well, not now. My dog eats one at least once a day. Thank you, Shanny. I love you. Another orange boy, Harone of Alexandria. Here you go, Cody. Z is a sweetheart, by the way. Yes, I agree.
I love Harone of Alexandria. Yeah. She's a goddamn sweetheart.
I agree. I've been talking to her for a long time. Harone, love you. I appreciate you. Giant ass pink boy joining in. 190 from Fight Milk and saying, look at all the ducks, penis bucket. I ain't reading all them ducks saying you can eat my ass. I love you though. Squid says, stay gold, pony boy. All right, we got through them. I'm going to go back through all these super chats, by the way, guys. If I'm flying through it and you think I'm flying too hard, I'm sorry. Shanny says, show you a duck. Oh, there's one right here. Hell yeah, dude. There's just one. See, I told you they're everywhere. Look at that little bitch.
They're so cute and tiny.
Yeah, my dog is like 1,000 pounds. He's a giant German Shepherd, and he just eats these. He just eats them. He's like, nah, fuck this. So
to him, it's like a little Peeps.
Oh yeah! Oh my God, I hate Peeps. But yeah,
I love them.
What? That's illegal.
I love garbage candy. Something you need to know about me. I love garbage food and garbage candy. I also love candy corn. Love it.
We talked about
every Halloween. We talk about that.
We talked about this in a DM. I think. Candy corn's the shit. Love it. Everybody hates me, and I'm like, dude, I order 5-pound bags from Amazon like every year.
Same. I put it in a big Halloween, like a little pumpkin Halloween thing, and I just eat handfuls of it all day. I just pass by and grab a handful of candy corn.
My dog, I have a Siberian Husky, my other dog, and he loves candy corn.
Wait, he eats it?
Hell yeah. Dude, it's his favorite thing on earth. I've been feeding it to him since he's a baby.
That's funny.
He is a monster. He's a giant Husky. Way bigger than they're supposed to be. I don't know how. But okay. So
you've been feeding him candy corn.
That's true. He's not fat. He's just he's tall and long and shit. That's what she said. So Okay, it'll probably pop in my head because I was thinking about all kinds of cool stuff to ask you. But what's your biggest turnoffs immediately? Fastest. We'll go for, you can do personality traits. But what's your biggest turnoff? Female
Ooh,
perspective.
bad tippers. That's a
Ooh.
big one. If you're a shitty tipper,
Agreed.
immediately I'm not gonna fuck you.
Yeah.
That's like a big one. Smoking, as a previous smoker, this is probably really hypocritical for me to say, but it's real gnarly now to try to make out with someone who's been smoking and you don't smoke. You're like, ooh,
Agreed.
that's rough.
Agreed. Not a
And
big.
then no, it sucks. And then there's a really big line between confidence and arrogance. And once you go past the confidence into arrogance, you're just a douchebag. And I don't want to bang you either.
Yeah. Okay. And what about, okay, so that's kind of personality traity, except for the tipping thing. What about physical traits?
Physical traits. So this is going to sound super weird. I do kind of have it. I don't have a type. Like if I find lots of people outside of my type attractive, but if I just go for like kind of what my type is, it's a little pale, a little skinny, kind of slightly crooked teeth. I'm real into dark hair.
So you like dudes from like London?
Yeah, I guess so. I probably would like guys from London. I like East Coast Italians. I've found.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is kind of
sense.
It's kind of my type. Like I noticed that a lot of guys, I'm like, oh, he's cute. I find out he's like an Italian guy from like Brooklyn or Staten Island or something like that. And I'm like, oh, all right.
Do you like traditionally masculine men? Like, do you like men that are, if let's say you're hanging out with your dude and he's looks like a vampire like you like, and he's like saying maybe he's stressed out because he's got a lot on his plate at work, and he comes home and he just like kind of leans in your lap and starts sobbing because he's so stressed out. Is that attractive or not attractive?
I wouldn't mind it if it was occasionally, but if that was all the time, it might be a bit much.
Yeah.
Like,
So
like I've seen a guy that I'm with cry before on occasion, and that's not a turn off at all.
Yeah.
But if they're like a little bitch all the time, then maybe that's a different story.
Yeah. So, and I get this a lot because and I fight with girls in my chat about this shit all the time, and they're wrong. I think they're wrong. By the way, girls in the chat, Joe Ball, I love you. Like this damn stream. We're almost to the goal likes already. But girls in my chat, dude, they all of them across the damn board are like, I love men that are just emotional and they'll break down. And I'm like, I feel like we're talking about two different things. So if a man cries because his father died or it's just it's like an outrageous event, like that's different.
Yeah.
But if a man I feel like this is the unspoken truth from women, which they don't like to admit. If a man is sobbing and you're having to freaking console him all the time, this is not going to work. Because the whole point in our biological dynamic, our genetic matching, is, women have more estrogen, therefore they have more, they're more prone to more emotional like states.
We're very emotional.
A normal man that has testosterone should not be, because that's the opposite. Now, look, movies mess me up. I watched Titanic 25th anniversary in theaters the other day. Oh my God, where, that scene where she's like, there's a boat, Jack. There's a boat, and she's on the freaking door.
I've never seen all of Titanic.
Okay, so
I've never seen the whole thing.
There's a scene, man. Yellow Flash in the chat. I love you, dude. There's this scene, and the boat comes. Finally, there's a boat, and they're gonna get saved, right? She's on the door, and she's like, "There's a boat, Jack. There's a boat," and he won't respond because he's,
because
dead.
he did.
He's dead, and she's like, "There's a boat. There's a boat," and she doesn't realize he's dead yet, and then you can see like the moment she realizes it, and then the music goes, and you're like, ah, like, because it's just, dude, it was all perfect, culminating into this, like, she understands, music's here, sad times, gets my ass. But that's different from being like, the boss yelled at me at work today and I'm stressed out. Wah. Because
right.
that's gonna make a girl dry up. I feel like it would have to make a girl dry up.
Yeah. If that was something that's happening all the time, again, I don't mind if a guy cries occasionally or gets emotional occasionally. I've seen it, and I actually do like it. 100%. You get to a point where you're like, oh, cool, he opens up to me, so it makes you feel closer to that person, that they're comfortable enough to do that around you. But yeah, if it's all the time where they're coming home every day after work, either something's wrong with their job or something's wrong with them, and you're gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah, and no, I've never had a period of my life where I've never cried like over things that are happening in life. I don't know. Like when my ex-wife left, I broke down one time. But that was
That's a
it.
big
Like,
deal.
yeah, that's a big freaking deal it was a big deal for me at the time because it just everything fell apart immediately. It was just no warning. But so that was sucked. But like as far as being like stressed out over work or something, or stressed out or just stressed out in general, you got a lot on your plate and you're crying over it. Now, dude, I've had girls I was hooking up with that I didn't even know, and they're stressed out and they'll start crying and I'll console them. It's whatever. But what it boils down to is, are men allowed to cry and are women allowed to cry, and how is it seen socially? And the best way you can describe it is if you're a woman, which you are, and let's say your boyfriend breaks up with you, and you're freaking messed up about it. And let's say you're in a room full of people and it's mixed with men and women. If you start breaking down, about 4 of those people are going to come over and console you and be like, it's okay, me. If you're a man and you're in the exact same situation and you start crying in a room full of like your friends because your girlfriend broke up with you, like some of them will get mad and some of them will start calling you a bitch. Like they'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, go fuck a girl. Why are you being a bitch right now? Like, that's what will happen. So like socially, like women are allowed to cry, and it's just how it is, masculinity. And I don't feel like women are telling me the truth when they say they like men to cry. Now I get the thing you're saying where it's like once in a while some crazy shit they cry. Yeah, dude, that's humans. But like if a dude's breaking down like once a week, the man's supposed to console the woman, not the opposite, right? If you're having to console your dude all the time, eventually, like let's say Zia, you're like, man, like I'm consoling my guy. He's very open with me. Eventually, you're gonna see a guy at the gym that's got a big old rugged beard, and you're gonna be like, "Have you ever cried?" And he's gonna be like, "I've never cried." And you're gonna be like, "Man, I want to fuck this guy. I'm so tired of my dude like crying on me every freaking day. Yeah, I gotta wash my clothes every day because there's tears and shit on them." Sean Mallory, love you. Happy Wednesday. Zia is very attractive, but you're beautiful. Well, I appreciate that, man.
What a sweet guy.
Don't you cry all the damn time, Russell? No, that is not true. No, I only do when I watch Titanic, which is what Flash said. He said, why are people in Titanic heaven stuck as wage slaves for eternity? Also, rip for the guy Rose started a family with after the ship sank and then ditched for a guy she bumped into in the backseat one weekend. Great point. Imagine being Rose's husband and you're waiting in the afterlife because she was 104. And you're like, I can't wait for my wife I was married to for 52 years to get to heaven and we could hang out. And then she dies, and instead she goes to like Titanic ghost ship and hangs out with Jack that she met for 2 days.
Yeah, she's like, he had better dick. I know you gave me 52 years of my life and children and grandchildren, but he had way better dick game.
Yes.
So
Yes. What is that? That is called pair bonding. So there's this theory that
I've heard of pair bonding. I've looked into it a little bit because I was like, what the fuck is this? I don't believe it for a second.
Well, that's my next question, and I'll get to that. Michael Cortez, I got a really spicy question for you. Michael Cortez says there was a social experiment on YouTube where a guy broke down crying in a store. Everybody ignored him. One woman even reported him to scare. Oh my God, Michael Cortez, why you hurt my feelings? And Rob, when anyone cries about the same thing over and over, it gets old. Coming to Vegas. Is it Zia coming to Vegas? No, she's not. I don't think she's coming to Vegas. That'd be cool.
No,
that'd be
that
cool.
would be fun, but no.
I got a presidential suite.
Do you really? That's freaking rad.
It's got a grand piano in it.
I'm sorry, your hotel room has a piano in it?
It's a Grand Prix. Yeah, I've been learning several different scores from Miyazaki films because I love the music Miyazaki films.
Miyazaki films are like hands down 100,000 times better than Disney until Disney fucking bought them and redubbed them and changed words, by the way. Do you remember in My Neighbor Totoro, they changed it from Golly Pogs to Tadpoles? That pissed me off.
Oh, I don't remember. Dude, Totoro was one of my. I love Totoro, but it's one of my least favorites because I love all of them. It's hard. It sounds bad to say that, but I still love it. It's just
no, I'm with you. It's not my favorite either. It was just it was one of the first ones I watched. And that's like when you're young. Yeah. Although I also watched Princess Mononoke when I was probably a little young to be watching that. But goddamn, that's a good one.
My so Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away Over the Goats.
Yes.
I got really drunk and watched Grave of Fireflies recently, which wasn't written, but it was the same studio animated it. I was like, well, I could barely finish it. I'm like, this is freaking rough, dude. Like,
is it like gnarly or
Grave of Fireflies?
I haven't seen that one.
It's depression all the time.
Oh, okay.
It's about 2 little kids that grow up and they lose their mom immediately in a fire raid. It's like a small like Asian village, and it never gets much better. And it's just rough, and you get to watch them slowly descend into like death. And it's just like awful. And I was watching it and I was real drunk and I was like, I want to jump out of a window. Like I'm feeling real bad about this. But okay, so for my spicy question, here you go. This is gonna be a fun one. Yellow Flash again. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you. We're 2 likes from the goal. We're 110 from Fight Milk. Get the hell on it, doggone it. So next question. This is a good one. You ready for this? How many dudes have you slept with?
Let me see. I haven't thought about this in a while.
I don't know. That's funny. I haven't thought about this in a long time, dude.
I haven't thought about it in a long time. I've been with the same person for such a long time.
It's post Hiroshima era. Damn. Okay, just keeping going. Yeah, there was Dave, Dave 2, Dave 3, bald Dave.
I've never banged a Dave.
Me neither. I haven't.
12?
12, really?
I think so. Yeah.
Damn.
Is that a lot or a little?
No, that's not. No, girl, dude. I was hooking up with this girl recently, and I asked her. We were like sitting in like a hot tub, and she's super cool, super open girl. Doesn't give a fuck, right? And I was like, how many guys have you slept with? And she was like thinking, blah, 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 blah. And she got up to like 32. And she was like, yeah, I think 32. And then she's like, no, 33. And then she kept thinking for like an hour. We were just talking about this stuff. She's like, no, 34. Different. and which still to me isn't that much. Cause like, look, if I was a girl, if I was a woman, you best believe like, cause you know how how it works, right? So you're a reasonably attractive woman. You could walk up to any man on the street. Doesn't matter who they are. They could be ripped. Doesn't matter. 99 out of probably 150 of them will say immediately yes to having sex with you in like the alleyway.
Man, so if I'm ever single again, I could do well for myself. I could get laid a lot at least.
Exactly.
You know what it is? I'm kind of a serial monogamous. I've always been in a relationship, like a majority of my life. I've spent a little bit of time single, but I've always kind of been with someone.
Yeah.
And then it was like when I moved to LA, that's the longest period of time I spent single. Being single in Hawaii is not that exciting. It's not fun. There's not that many people to sleep with. You're related to half of them. Yeah. The other half are people that slept with like everyone you've known. Like it's hard to be a hoe in Hawaii. You can't really pull it off that well.
Yeah, that makes sense. And like you take that example of asking men on the street and then you replace it with a man asking a woman, and out of the 150 women that a man approaches, that he can be a really attractive man too. We can even make him super attractive. Maybe one or less will say, get the hell away from me. What are you doing?
But here's the thing. For women, a lot of it too is a safety issue. Like you can't just trust any dude and be like, I'm gonna go off with this dude. Let me go home with this guy that I don't know, because you don't fucking know that guy. You don't know what's gonna happen. We gotta be careful of that kind of stuff. And men are obviously can overpower us so easily.
Yes, dude, we'll get into that in a second. So I was talking about that on Twitter, and people getting pissed me off so bad about that shit. But yeah, that's the weird thing, because when I was on Tinder, like really heavily. I got to the point where I didn't care because I would hang out with another girl every day. Like if she unmatches with me because of something I said, dude, like 5 take her place, right? So
I mean that is kind of how it is. It's a numbers game, really.
Yeah. So I'd be talking to a girl and I'd be like, hey, they'd be like, what are you doing? I'd be like, hey, you can come over tonight. Like, by the way, I have tequila. We just matched 10 minutes ago. Like, oh, I have tequila. Like, I'm watching freaking some old Freddy Krueger shit. You should come over and hang out. And dude, there was like 2 times out of like the 100 times I did that where girls didn't do it. And they showed up to a random stranger 10-minute match.
Wild.
And I never had my lights on in my living room. It was always pitch black. And they would just show up. And then like, I guess they were like, oh, well, he didn't kill me. And they were always like, 19, 20, 21. Like, and they just show the fuck up. And I'm just,
I guess like you need to be dick down that bad, huh?
Yeah, and they were all attractive. Like I only matched with attractive women that I found attractive. Like it wasn't no butter golems, although I did get catfished a lot. Because oh look, a picture of me from 2008. Wow, yeah, it's not. You don't look that way anymore. Master Lions says, female Neked Snake don't catfish me while I'm at work. Thank you, Master Lions. I love you. Appreciate you. Yeah, dude. So like,
doing this.
Have you ever done that? Well, you've said you've been in freaking relationships forever. Have you ever just, let's say, like you said, you want to get dick down that bad. And so a guy's like, hey, you just met this dude. He's like, hey, you should come over to my house or hang out. Hey, have you done something like that?
I have. I did do that in when I was in LA because I spent a bit of time on Tinder. It was my first time ever. I was out of Hawaii for the first like single for the first time in my life. I was like, oh, I'm a lady in the city. It was like a big deal. And there were a bunch of girls. I was waiting tables. There were a bunch of girls that were on Tinder, and I was like, hey, what you guys doing? They showed me the app, and I was like, wait, are you serious? You can just swipe and meet people. So I went on a lot of dates on Tinder. So I did do that once with this firefighter guy, but I met him twice before at coffee shops.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, like I kind of had met him before, and then I went to his place. We didn't sleep together though. We just like hung out and like fooled around a little bit, and then I went home, and I never heard from him again.
Why didn't you sleep? Did he just not make the move?
No, it was my lady time.
Who cares?
I know he wouldn't have cared, but
oh, so you're not into that, dude? I've met
I know.
girls that
I
don't
love
give a-
it now.
Oh!
I love it now, but not with randos.
Hope he's
I don't
not
know.
watching.
Oh,
rest in peace, firefighter. I love that shit now, dude. But like back then, nah, dude. Man, dude, I know girls that don't give a fuck. They don't care. They're like,
no,
bro,
you just got to put a towel down. But like,
Yeah,
just
dude.
with a random guy that you just met that night, I don't know.
let's do it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah,
Alright,
I've been through the ringer, dude. I don't care about nothing.
Good for you.
Dude, what do you think about so I've been having Tinder battles, or not Tinder battles, Twitter battles a lot.
Mhm.
And dude, these lady boys, I don't know where they get this shit from. But these dudes will like comment on my shit, and they'll talk about how like with proper training, like a woman can like knock out a man or beat the hell out of a man. And I'm like, what do you think about that? Like just face value.
All right. Do I think there are instances? Do I think that women should train because it's probably a good skill to have? Yeah, I do. As
Yeah.
someone who grew up like working in MMA and I've done jujitsu, I think it's a good skill to have. I think it could possibly save your life in a situation or a scenario if you're skilled enough that you could at least kind of get away, maybe.
Yeah.
Or like tie a guy up if he's not massively bigger than you. Possibly, you hear about things like, but this is always. The guy is untrained and the woman is like, there's that one MMA fighter who was fighting in Brazil somewhere. I think it was Brazil or something like that. And she was walking down the street and some guy tried to rob her and she put him in the hospital. Like she beat his ass. So occasionally it can happen. I still think it's a good skill to have. I think that you should. Do I think that a girl could beat up any guy? No. I am 5'2" and 114 pounds.
Yep.
I don't care how skilled I am. If a guy's big enough, there's not really a whole lot I can do about it.
Yeah. And exactly. So do I have these people telling me like, oh dude, if she's an MMA fighter, like, look, that's fine.
Against an unskilled man, maybe, if he's not that much bigger than her.
If he's the same size as her, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
So that's the unfortunate truth is people are like, oh, dude, Ronda Rousey could beat your ass. And I'm like, Ronda Rousey, I would kill her in 2 seconds. Like, you don't understand. I weigh like almost 200 pounds. I'm very large. Like, she weighs 140 and she's arm bars people sometimes. Like, and she's not a striker. This is getting too into it anyway. All I would have to do is grab her arms and hold her down and she would just squirm. Like, they did a study recently and it showed that they took 20 random men and 20 random women and they did a punching test. And on average, the average man, and these are like flabby ass grocery bag dudes, right? And they punch 3.6 times harder than the average woman. 3.6. That's like a orangutan versus a freaking Pomeranian, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the average. And now if that dude happens to like go to the gym like 3 times a week, he's 8 to 10 times stronger now. Dude, I have girls at my gym that are on massive amounts of gear, like steroids.
Yeah.
They are freaking huge. They are 5'9". They are stacked as shit. And they bench a plate on flat bench. And they're the strongest girls in my gym.
Yeah.
I bench 4 plates. I bench 4 or 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's a big difference. That's a big difference.
Huge difference.
And now, like you said, there are instances, if they're 5'4" dude and he's like 120 pounds and he runs up to a girl and she's properly trained, she can pop him once and freaking bolt and she's gone.
Right.
That's the most important thing. You pop the dude, catch him off guard and bolt. Like, don't try to, there's videos. And the reason this spawned this is there's a video on Twitter and it's a fake video from a movie, but people think it's real because they're dumb as fuck. And it's like a dude and his girl are walking down an alley and these 2 guys like bow up at the guy and he runs to fight him, and he gets hit, and then his girl, which is small, goes and knocks them both out with one punch, and they like fall over, and it's from a movie. It's actually from a movie, but people think it's real, and I'm like, this is like almost no woman on earth, because you gotta take the average into account, and even women that are like middleweight boxers, they don't hit with enough like pounds per square inch to knock out a human being, and not a man. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, there's muscle differences, bone density is different in men and women. Like there's so many factors and variables there.
Yeah, like a woman on average will hit with less than 100 pounds per square inch, all the way up to around 200 pounds per square inch, which would hurt depending on who they are. But men can hit for over 1,000 pounds per square inch.
Oh yeah, if a guy cracks me in the head, I'm fucked.
Which is like a truck hitting you.
Yeah,
and
but I'm done.
You got the laments. You got the laments that are always in these goofy chats, man. And they're like, no, dude. No, if she knows jiu-jitsu, and it's the Bruce Lee effect. It's like Bruce Lee could kill any man on earth. I'm like, Bruce Lee was never actually in a sanctioned bout. He was an actor. They're like, no, dude, he could kill anybody. And I'm like, you are 12 years old. Like, so, I don't care who it is. There's a reason why when boxers weigh up to fight somebody and they get the shit kicked out of them, and they're like the best boxers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's because 30 pounds is astronomical. Like,
that's why there are weight classes.
Yeah, 30 pounds equates to 200 more pounds per square inch with body weight thrown. So you're getting hit by like 2 trucks now. So like, that's why it happens. Tristan says, well, the girl I like has a boyfriend. That's the way she goes, boys. Who's that? Who do you like, Tristan? Is it Zia?
That sucks. What, me?
Yeah. Is he talking about you?
Oh, I thought this was like a conversation from another time.
Oh,
like
well.
You knew him in your chat. I don't know.
Dude, 68% of the time, it don't matter. Martial arts is a good way to learn. I learned American Kenpo as a team. I once curled my way out of an armbar from a girl. Yeah, dude, there's no way in hell. You know how much I can freaking bench and curl? Ain't nobody holding an armbar on my ass. Those girls can be they're exceptions, and that's what we got to talk about. They're exceptions to the rule. Like, exactly. Yeah, there's probably 1 per 10 million women that can knock a man out because they are freaks. That's it. And it has to be a small man too. Like, it's not gonna be no big ass.
Right. You can't be like a Chris Cyborg and she's a beast against someone like I don't know, even trying to think of like someone who's a certain size.
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, Manny Pacquiao. Okay, yeah, Manny Pacquiao. That's good. I was trying to think of like a smaller guy fighter, like a flyweight or a strawweight.
Yeah.
Then maybe, sure.
Yeah, maybe she could hit him a few times. No, Manny Pacquiao would nuke Chris Cyborg.
Fast. He's
he also hits like 8 times harder than her probably. So like, I don't care how little he looks. He's
tough,
that dude's
right?
a monster. He went toe to toe with freaking Floyd Mayweather for like 12 rounds or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, Floyd Mayweather would kill a 6'5", 250-pound woman that's trained. So like, Shani says, acknowledging everyone who sends me a fields of ducks to keep the spot alive. I see you and I love you. Thank you so much. Shani, we're 30 from Fight Milk already, and it's not even damn 9:30. Thank you so much, Shani. She's going hard today. We got freaking Disco Casey with $500. Shani, Jesus, Mary Joseph, appreciate you guys so much. Russell Hall again. You know, I think, is Russell Hall a simp? Because every time I talk to girls, Russell Hall's in the chat somewhere.
You know that I always hear about Russell, and every time I see his name, I just hear Anna saying, fuck you, Russell.
Fuck you, Russell. I used to think Bruce Lee was hype until I saw actual footage of him, not from films. He was faster than anyone I've ever seen. Yeah, he's fast on film, but like, people say, oh, well, Bruce Lee could destroy Chuck. Fuck, oh my God. What's his name? The meme. Chuck Norris. God, what, dude? My brain exploded. So people are like, yeah, Bruce Lee would nuke Chuck Norris. And I'm like, well, Chuck Norris was like a 12-time national like martial arts champion. Bruce Lee was an actor. I disagree.
You think that Chuck Norris would kick Bruce Lee's ass?
100%. I mean, Chuck Norris was a literal national championship champion like 12 times.
That's true.
Bruce Lee was literally an actor. That there is no sanctioned anything about Bruce Lee being. He's never fought in a sanctioned match. He was an actor. Now, could he probably kick somebody's ass? You're probably right, but there is no evidence to point that he could. So I don't like that. I don't like the whole. I like Bruce Lee, therefore Bruce Lee can kill everyone. I've never liked that. And people always get mad. Bruce Lee's the GOAT. And I'm like, I mean, like in movies, yeah. That's like saying Bruce Willis can kick people's asses like because of Die Hard. It's like, no, he can't.
What do you think about Jackie Chan? Can he kick some asses?
Oh yeah.
In his prime?
Well, he's a 100% an accomplished martial arts dude for sure,
And he does a lot of his own stunts.
and he's just a great man.
I
He's a
just
great
love
man.
him.
I
just love Jackie Chan.
I would share a bed with him for sure.
Mhm.
Jeff Bezos versus Elon Musk. Jeff Bezos is getting kind of ripped, dude. I've noticed he's getting
He
freaking
has
huge.
been, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
he's
proud
on
of him.
HGH, right? Like, there's no.
Oh
way he's not.
yeah, well he'll be on testosterone. Well, when you get to your 40s as a man, you should be on testosterone because that shit drops to nothing. Like, there's a reason why men, when they start getting older, they get more emotional. It's because their testosterone's slowly going away. So
Yeah,
you gotta
they
feel
also
that.
start to lose hair.
Yeah, fill that bitch up. Just take you 9 needles and set them aside. Start putting them in your asshole because that's what you got to do. You got to get on it, dog. If Bruce Lee was 6'3", he would be able to beat. Yeah, you right. He kick some ass if he's 6'3". Make sure you guys like the stream, by the way. We're 130 from the goal. Watch what Bruce Lee did to a 500-pound heavy bag. But is he the heavy bag can't fight back, Russell? He can't fight back.
Not true.
Bruce Lee fought Chuck Norris in a movie. I will kill you, saying I will ban you from my chat right now. I ain't got time for your shit. You fought him in a movie and won. I saw it. So there's your footage right there. There's your damn footage. Okay. Do you have an OnlyFans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, tell me about OnlyFans because we're about to get into some of the spicy jism. So, OnlyFans.
Yeah.
How do you feel about when people shit on people for having OnlyFans? Specifically women, obviously.
Oh, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard because it's always some really terrible, stupid take like, oh, you can't trust a girl that has an OnlyFans. It's like, bitch, every person that I know that has an OnlyFans is in like a happy, healthy relationship and hasn't cheated on their partner. And I've known many women who don't have an OnlyFans and who are like, I love Jesus, taking 5 dicks while their boyfriend doesn't know.
Well,
so like, I just don't believe that shitty narrative for a second.
That is an entirely different conversation because Christian chicks be wild as hell. But yeah, dude, trust me. They're like, I love Jesus. I'm like, all right, you can come over. I know what's gonna happen. But I don't know what it. They're always the drippiest. It's weird.
They'll let you put it in the butt.
Yeah, dude, they don't go. They don't.
That's
Whatever
the
hole,
Catholic
man.
girls.
Whatever hole. They don't go. So do you
I just think it's a shitty barometer for that.
I agree. Do you think sex work is work?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course it is. Anything that you make money on and pay taxes and takes time and energy and effort is work.
Do you think prostitution should be legalized?
Yes.
I agree with that.
100%. You're not going to stop it. The only thing you do when you push it underground is make it more dangerous for everyone involved. You make trafficking is way higher. Human trafficking is way higher. It's always dangerous. It's never safe. The greatest thing about OnlyFans, I think, that personally I think is better than porn is the woman gets to decide. She has complete autonomy over her body and her content, and she has control over the entire thing.
Yep. I agree.
I think it's great.
So I agree with everything. Okay, so here's one for you because this is a slight disagreement, probably. Okay. Maybe not. I can't. Well, it doesn't really make sense considering we're different genders. But so here's an opinion I have, and this is a rule that I would have. If I was into dating, like if I was like trying to be in a relationship, I would not date a girl that had an OnlyFans.
Okay, but I think that's a personal preference. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah,
there's plenty of guys who are fine with it.
The reason I say that is because it's now look, don't get me wrong, dude, I'm totally cool with chicks now because this starts getting into a different realm because a lot of guys will say they don't want their woman to have social media at all. That's freaking weird. That's like Middle Eastern sounding to me.
Super weird.
Yeah, OnlyFans is a little different because if I'm making dude it's you can look up my YouTube shit online. Like I make plenty of money. It's fine. And if I had a girl, and she's trying to do OnlyFans, like you don't need to do that. Like you don't have to do that like at all, and it almost feels like an advertisement, like because it would be different if you were trying to survive, but if I'm involved, like there's no need for the OnlyFans to happen.
But what if she wants to have her own money and her own independence? I personally don't like the idea of relying on anyone, even if it's someone I love. Like I still need to have my own money coming in, no matter what kind of relationship I'm in.
I guess it depends. It depends. I think I kind of agree. Like I like women that, like I like a lot of girls that I hook up with were like engineers, and I like girls that they can make their own way and do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily disagree with that. That's the weird where the weird the difference is, because OnlyFans, if you were to consider like OnlyFans just a normal ass occupation,
Yeah.
I should agree with you, but I don't. Like I just couldn't. I couldn't.
You just
be,
don't like the idea of other people seeing the person you're sleeping with naked.
Maybe, but also in a more grandiose way. Like it's like an advertisement. It's like selling yourself. Like there's a price tag on yourself, and it doesn't have to be that way. You know
Of
what I'm
course,
saying?
there's a price tag on yourself no matter what you do.
Yeah.
It's just because it's morally with your body. I think some people get uncomfortable with sex to a certain extent, where
Yeah.
it's like, okay, you're using your body to make money. Well, you're kind of using your body to make money no matter what you're doing. It's just the sex part of it. It's the
Yeah.
sexuality part of it that I think bothers some people.
Yeah, maybe it's maybe, and it would just be a preference, but maybe it's a pride thing. Maybe this is for
Maybe.
because I'm a very like I guess social like appearances person, I guess.
So you don't like the way people might look at you, being like, "Oh, his
Sure,
wife's a whore, or his girlfriend's a whore."
and it's not me. It does make me look like a dumbass. That's for sure. Because I know how people see it socially. Even though I agree, sex work is work. I've always said that.
Mhm.
But it definitely would make me look like a dumbass if I'm making a lot of money and my chick's just doing OnlyFans on the side for whatever reason. So
What if
I
she
went,
was doing it before you met? Would you
I
be
would
like, "Hey, now you have to stop"?
I would have never been with her in the first place.
Oh, okay.
That
So
would
you're
have
just
never
like, this is a non-negotiable deal breaker.
Yeah, 100%. Because if say we show up somewhere and like half the people there, because you know how people gossip, half the people there knows that she does OnlyFans. And the reason I say this is because I had a friend in my friend group whose girlfriend did OnlyFans. This was a while back. And dude, that's all everybody would talk about. We go to a thing and dude, it's like we know that girl over there is just like spread ass dildoing herself all the time on camera. And I'm just like,
So it is. It's an appearance of like you're
Yeah.
worried about what other people think about you type of thing.
Sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess it's more of a, I don't know, man. It's different. It's hard to say that you feel like it's legitimate as a work, and then but it's also hard to say. It's almost like you're contradicting yourself.
Think that there's anything wrong with having a preference or being comfortable or uncomfortable with certain things, as long as you're like honest about it. I don't think you're wrong for feeling that way.
Yeah.
Or I don't think it's okay that, or I don't think it's not okay that some people have that preference of like, look, I couldn't date an OnlyFans girl, because there's so many guys that are totally fine and comfortable with it. Like to me, that's not an issue. It's like, all right, so we're not compatible. Cool. I'll go find someone else who I am compatible with. Because some guys, it depends. Some guys maybe like it. It's exciting for them, or maybe for some guys, like I know some couples that do it together, and so it's kind of like a fun thing that brings them close, or it's like a little bit of a kink thing, or some guys feel pride in the fact that, wow, my woman is so hot that Jews will pay money to see her. Or some guys just don't care because they're like, I just am not jealous like that, or like I don't think about it that way. So I think no matter who you are, you're going to find people that jive with however you feel about it.
Yeah.
It's not really a big deal.
Oh, it's okay. Let's think about it this way, because I think I see it the exact same way as this example. So, let's say OnlyFans is the one that's like teetering. It's like this, right? It's very. It's not like a firm, like gross, get away from me. It's like a weird teetery spot, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I blow load. I've been with OnlyFans girls. So like, but it's like a teetery thing.
Okay.
And would it be the same thing? So what if your girl wanted to do porn and get paid for it, like massive amounts of money? Is that the same thing?
That's different, because then they're sleeping with other people.
Right.
So they're physically with other people, which again, I know guys who are cool with that too. But it just depends on your personal comfort level. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being okay with it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with not being okay with it. I think it's just a personal feeling. I don't know if I could be with a guy who was banging other people for work. That's a little rough. I get it. I get that feeling.
Yeah. Okay.
But
yeah.
I also don't think I would mind at all if like my dude was sitting in front of a computer jacking it and people were looking at it like that. I don't think that would bother me. It's a screen.
That would bother me if I was doing that, to be honest. Oh, no. Okay. I got another question for you. Because OnlyFans is like it's a very teetery, like it's the only thing of its kind of exists, if that makes sense. So, but I can only see it in one way. It's a preference thing that might change one day, but the way I look at it, and this is gonna sound really dickish, I feel like I have a lot of value as a man. Like, I make money, own my own house, I own all my cars, I have all my shit together, and I can do anything I want to do in life.
That's great.
So if I have any like inkling of a preference that I want, like it'll like if it's not within that realm, I don't even consider it, right?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Let's read Disco Cobra says, I've changed my stance on OnlyFans over time. Not sure I would date an OnlyFans girl. On the other hand, I do pay for some OnlyFans content. Only certain women, but I do not intend on doing this long term. Do you look down on guys who pay?
Is he asking me or you?
You.
Me? No, of course not. Those are the people that support. I love the guys who pay for porn. It means they're directly supporting the women who create it. It's like if people are happy to consume that content, but they don't want to pay for it. I think those are, and I'm not also saying that you have to pay for porn. There's free porn out there. I also watch it. But
that's all I watch. Yeah.
Right. Like I spend time on Pornhub, but I also do buy content on OnlyFans as well. I support the girls that I like and the content creators that I like. So no, I 100% don't look down on guys who buy it. That's also like wildly hypocritical to be the girl that's like, you should be able to do whatever you want as a girl and make that money and like not shame the women who do it, but then shame the men who pay for it. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I don't. I would never say
that.
I would never look down on people for paying. I
I
hold
do.
the very strong opinion that if whatever you do with your money, I don't judge it unless it's like really over the top illegal. Disco Cobra, by the way, I love you, dude. Thank you so much, my friend.
And if you look, it's just another form of entertainment. So like whether you're paying for this kind of entertainment or sexual entertainment, it's still entertainment.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, people get real weird about sex. It's interesting. It's interesting to watch.
Yeah, I agree. Russell Hall says, Zia, to be honest, would you date a guy who spreads his cheeks on camera? What if he went full Jack Murphy and was like dildoing himself on camera?
I don't know that much about Jack Murphy. I think that would be a turnoff for me, though, a guy dildoing himself, just in general. That's not my thing.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Some girls are into that, but I don't like it.
I don't want to see a dude doing it. Like sometimes you'll be like hitting a girl from behind, and like I don't know what it is. Like if they're struggling, like you can just like tip thumb their asshole, and it works every time. It's really weird. But like you can't be a guy and dildo yourself. That's weird. Yorick says, if you both agree with the concept that you sell yourself to make money, do you both agree with indentured servitude? It is a voluntary contract after all. Indentured servitude. Isn't that just what is indentured servitude exactly?
Indentured servitude,
like slavery, but
kind of. It's like slavery, but you get paid. Like you enter into the contract is what I remember, it happened to Irish people a lot, if I'm remembering correctly. But they would, come over to America or whatever the fuck it was, and they'd be like, "Hey, you'll come over here, and you're gonna live here, and we're gonna pay you a modest wage, but you're essentially gonna be our servant."
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I hope I explained that properly.
I don't know. But maybe it's like people in prison. Like, let's say their sentence was actually a debt and not a time period. Do you both agree with indentured servitude? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Man, it's hard to say. It's hard to say, really. Follow-up question with that super chat was mostly for Cody. So yes, I don't look down on people that pay for OnlyFans at all. I don't care what people do with their money, man. I buy freaking race cars and race and wreck them all the time. I know some people have a perception of men who pay for OnlyFans content. Some people think it's simpy or cringy for guys to do that, like they're less than men. The only time it is simpy or cringy, is when a dude is like publicly announcing his love or publicly defending somebody over the top for no reason. That's the only time it gets cringy for me. Giving a OnlyFans girl or guy money is not.
No, you're paying for a service. You're giving them money in exchange for something. It makes sense. I've simped over guys and girls. There's a couple guys that if they had an OnlyFans, you bet your sweet ass I'd sign up tomorrow.
Yep. That's just my locals. I just put my nude progress pics on locals. It's easier. I just keep it all in one place, man. It's all in one place. It's easy. It's easy for me. So you to clarify, you would date a guy that has an OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But if he's banging other chicks on the OnlyFans for his content, that's a no-go, yeah?
For me personally, yeah, I don't know if I'm there. I don't know. That would have to be like a disguise. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Okay. I don't bang other people on my OnlyFans.
Yeah. Would you?
No,
Would
I
you?
don't think so. I don't really even want to. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a solo page. I like it being a solo page. I don't want to.
Okay. Well, that makes
Never had
sense.
the urge. Yeah.
Good. Good. All right. What if? Okay, so you're in a relationship. This is a good question for you. What if your dude
Mhm.
told you that his biggest kink, and he hasn't told you this yet, this is just sprung
Okay.
on you.
This is new.
His biggest kink ever would be watching you get duked down by like one of his friends or like a coworker. Would you be into that?
I got to tell you, I wouldn't want to bang any of his friends. No offense to them. I love them
Well,
all. They're
let's
really great people.
let's assume the friend is sexy.
It's a hot friend.
It's a hot friend, and he's like, "Man, I would really love you to bang Jake, and I want to watch it and like, make stomach pancakes." Like, would you be into that?
Do I get to eat the pancakes afterwards?
I mean, it's good for your it's good for your pores, I hear.
I've heard that it's good for your pores.
Yeah, so
The stomach pancakes. I've never heard that. That's so funny. I'd like to think that if they came to me with a kink like that, we could be open about it and talk about it.
mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe.
So
Not totally off the table.
But now keep in mind, the definition of this would mean he's a cuckold. So would you
I
be
don't
with
look down on guys that are like
I
that.
don't no, I don't now.
care.
I don't judge. I would never do it, but I don't do it. But that would mean you would be in a relationship with a cuckold and you would be totally cool with that. From a girl's perspective, because I would not.
Yeah, I don't think I would mind. I don't know. I don't know if that would bother me so much.
Okay, so you're down to get DP'd. Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe.
If I was a girl, I'd probably agree with you. But as a guy, like I don't want to watch my chick bang nobody. I'd shoot somebody. And it's not because I'm jealous. It's just because I don't know. My head don't work that way, dude. I had one of my friends recently tell me that shit. They're like, dude, I noticed I just found my new kink, and we're like, we're in our mid-30s, and I'm like, oh, dude, what is it? And he's like, yeah, dude, like I love watching my wife get fucked by like random dudes, and I'm like, oh, no, no,
Isn't it fascinating the way people's brains are just wired different? It's so weird. Like there's such a wild gamut of sexual deviancy for people to partake in.
Ooh. Squid says I paid for OnlyFans twice. One was my friend that needed money. I personally prefer clubs because I get more of it. I agree with that. Although I've never paid for an OnlyFans. I just Google the content because I'm a bad person. That's why I've seen Zia naked. I just Googled it.
God damn it.
It's so easy. You can just say you can Google Zia nude and it just pops up, man. Like
you're not supposed to advertise that. What's wrong with you?
I'm joking. That's not I don't know if that's really how that works. Get to Vegas, you beautiful. Does that say cunt? What does that say? Oh, that says cuck, I think. Cuck. Yeah. Thank you.
It does.
Nick Rakeda, my roommate in Vegas in the suite. Appreciate you, dude. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. But you can check in. I already added you to my thing, so you're good. Thank you so much, Rakeda Law. Nick Rakeda. He's goated as hell. He's my boy, and he was one of my first guests on this show, and it was a freaking wild show. First dude to ever do Fight Milk and Nugget Snake with me. I appreciate you, Nick. I love you. All right, let's scroll down. All right, so we talked about cucks. I see now. It's hypocritical of me because I would totally be down if I was with a chick to bang another chick in front of me.
Oh, of course. So this is where my hypocrisy comes in too. Look, I would love to have a threesome. I want to. I don't know if I could watch him bang another girl. That's the rough part. But it's hard to see your partner do that.
But if you if you climbed into the bed and started kissing on some pee-pees, then it's like changes the dynamic.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. See, and keep in mind what I mean when I say that is, the woman, my girl would be involved. It wouldn't be like you're sitting on the couch.
Right.
I would finish and I would finish and you. That's the rule. Like
that's a cool rule.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
So yeah, dude.
No,
I would totally be cool with that. I've been on Tinder a long time. I've had a bunch of threesomes with Tinder girls. And it's always just really cool dynamic, especially like if the edible hits just right, then you're freaking tripping balls. It's great. So yeah, I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's fun.
No.
You don't even have the top nude after Zia. Oh my god.
God damn it, Russell.
Just Google literally 3 letters Zia. There you go. That would be some bullshit. Now, dude, I have Googled some shit before. there was this one girl I saw her go. It was some thread, and she was part of this thread, and I was like, man, she's like really attractive in like a weird ethereal way. And I was like, you know, I just saw one of the replies. One of the replies to her picture was she has an OnlyFans. So I just Googled her OnlyFans and it showed up and I was like, huh. And I just Googled her name and then nude and went to images and they were just there. And I'm like, bet. And it was like a 10-second thing. I didn't even make stomach pancakes. I was just trying to see her naked.
You just wanted to see real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. And dude, I love, and girls with small boobies and big asses. That's like my shit.
Okay.
Mewtwo. They're built like Mewtwo, the Pokemon.
Mewtwo.
Yeah, dude, I love it. That's like my favorite thing in the world. And dude, no shame on the boobies you're getting.
I'm very excited. Look, everyone has their thing.
What size boobies you getting?
Frank.
Frank.
Frank. Hello, Frank. I'm gonna go. I you know what? I don't have a size. That's the thing. So what I'm doing is with this particular surgeon I'm seeing is he told me this when I went to see him for the consultation. He's like, we don't talk about CCs, we don't talk about cup sizes. What you're gonna do is you're gonna show me the results you want. You're gonna show me before pictures and after pictures of girls who have similar anatomies to you. And you're going to be like, hey, this is the result I'm looking for. And then he's going to orders a bunch of different sizes. And while you're out on the table, he tries them on to get the perfect size for your body and what you wanted, like what you showed him in the picture. And then that's going to be what I have. So I won't know what size they are until I'm done.
Right. Okay. So yeah. And dude, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. Like if I was with a chick and she was like, dude, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I'd be like, dude, well, fuck it. Right. I'm not going to leave you for this. But if I'm speaking purely from preference, I love girls with small boobs. I just love it. And I'm not talking like flat as hell. I'm not talking about like flat. I'm talking about like supple and nice, like at the far end of A and at the beginning of B.
Okay.
And then they got big old hips and ass. They look like Mewtwo. That's as best as I can describe it. It's my favorite thing in the world. They gonna be G cups, Nick says. Thank you, Frank Pellegrino. Hell. Camelot and Zia, I appreciate you so much, my friend. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're 80 away from the 500. Appreciate you guys. They're gonna be G cups. Yeah, I've never been a boob guy. I'm an ass guy.
Not gonna get G cups. That sounds crazy. That sounds like too much. I am a very small human.
Yeah, like I'm what are you, 5'3"?
5'2".
5'2", Jesus.
I'm a hobbit.
Yeah, God, dude, I'm an ass guy for days. I just can't help it. Like I could just care less about boobies. I don't know what it is. And people get mad at me. Like I've had people message me and I have one guy I talk to all the time. He messaged me and he's like, you really don't like care about boobs? Like I don't want the boobs to be ugly or anything, but if like they don't have to be big. I don't have an engorging fetish with boobies, but asses do. Hilarious. Now granted, I don't want asses to be bulbous and ridiculous looking. I just want them to be kind of fat.
Okay. Yeah.
Supple.
Like a nice what's the word I'm looking for? Like tones, like a gym girl's butt.
Dude, that's exactly. See, we're the same damn person. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like in those nice freaking Gymshark shorts, and they do a lot of kickbacks, and I do a lot of kickbacks too because I have no ass, and now I do though. Dude, on this entire bulking cycle for like 8 months, I did kickbacks like 3 times a week and hip thrusters.
I just started doing that. I just added a second glute day in, or a second leg day. Sorry, that's more glute focused with kickbacks and hip thrusts, and I'm trying to add, because I have a lot of volume on the bottom part of my butt. I'm trying to add a little more volume onto the top part of my butt. Yeah. So I'm trying to hit like upper glute. So I just added a second day in. I'm so salty though. When I get my boobs done, I can't work out for like 6 weeks. And I've made so much progress. I have shoulder muscles now. I've been like, I haven't say I've been bulking, but I've been eating close to maintenance, I guess.
Yeah.
And lifting really heavy. So I'm definitely losing some fat and gaining a little bit. I'm doing some body recomp and I'm very happy about it. And I don't want to stop working out.
Nick, well, I knew this was coming, by the way, because I saw like 3 people in the chat. There was like 3 people in the chat that were like, I got news for you, Camelot. And he says, Camelot likes booty because he likes men. Yeah. So I also like men's, like I like when men are attractive. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say I don't. When a man like looks nice, I recognize like he looks great. Love his abs stuff. I mean, I've touched penises. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Did you say you've touched penises?
Yeah, we had a get together at one of my houses. We were all drinking, and we were like doing a spin the bottle thing. And there was a bunch of girls and a bunch of guys, right? And we're all gym people, right? So we're all like in shape and stuff. And like I'm spinning on girls, and we're like making out with girls and shit. And then I spin on this guy that goes to my gym, and he is like looks like a god. He's like a Greek god. And he just happens to be gay, which is perfect. And like he's I roll on him, and we had like up the game from making out to like touching like junk because we're gross. I guess it's weird. It kind of sounds weird to say it out loud now. This was years ago. I was like 26, man. So of course, like he's got his junk out, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't have a problem with this at all, and I just grabbed it. Not in a vigorous way, like in a nice way. I grabbed like I was shaking somebody's hand, but
did it feel good?
It wasn't scary. Like, okay, so I'll tell you the point here. So, you know, I grabbed the throbber. It was fine, but I also had to make out with him. So this is part of the thing. And when my lips touched like his, like another man's, when my lips touched him, like it sent a weird gaydar shockwave through my body, and I was like, I can't do this. It was just awful. But
right.
But why can I touch penis though?
I don't. Maybe because you're so used to touching your own penis. You jerk off, you touch it to pee, so you're just like, this is old hat. Because it's not in a sexual way.
Same thing, yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Cody likes Mewtwo body. That's for damn sure. Yeah. So everybody calls me gay, and I mean, it's a little gay. I agree with you. I can't defend myself. I grabbed a penis, like, you know, but I cannot kiss a man. And now, kissing's very, very, very weird for me. I don't like kissing women either, unless like they're like their main chick. Like I'll kiss a main chick like a couple times, but I can't kiss anybody else. Dude, that's the first thing Tinder girls want to do. They like jump on me and try to kiss my face. I'm like, stop.
Well, yeah, of course. Do you have like are you a little bit of a germaphobe? You're like, I don't know where these mouths have been. No. How many mouths have they been on? How many dicks have been in this mouth? Like, what's going on here? It's
weirdly like too intimate for me.
Okay.
So if it's like a random chick that I don't give a two shits about, like I can't be doing that shit. I don't know. It's hard to explain, man. It's so hard to explain. It's just a weird thing. It's like a sixth sense when the lips hit. It's just like I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like this. Get it away from me. Especially when it's a guy. That's when I'm like, oh, this is definitely gay. C cups with a supple but not giant, but it's perfect for me. Max wife was the body type, slim like Zia. Only thing she's missing is the red hair. Did you cross the streams? No, Chan. No. That was the gayest thing I've ever done was touch a penis, which is, I guess that's kind of max gay, unless like it was like banging a dude. Like, I guess that's like it can't get much gayer than that.
You didn't put it in your mouth, so.
I might have. I don't know.
I'm sorry. What? Hold on.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, no, I probably wouldn't have done that. No, but I still think kissing's too. I would probably rather like kiss a penis than I would a mouth. For whatever reason, I can't really explain it, man. You're a girl. I know you can't. You probably think it's crazy because you probably love kissing on the face and shit.
Girls love kissing. We love kissing. I know guys don't really like kissing that much, but we love it.
Carrie says for Zia's old hat comment.
Aw, yay!
Thank you, Carrie. Carrie's beautiful. She's so good to me. She's sending me something in my PO box on my birthday, and I'm so excited. I hope it's cool. I'm sure it will be. Ricada Law with another super. This motherfucker. I'm about, dude. You could just save the super chats for the whiskey shots, baby. What's up? He can bust that caboose, but a kiss is too far. That's what I'm saying. I know it sounds crazy, but it's weird, man. Like, dude, I used to hook up with this girl, and she was like, she's like a perfect girl. She's adorable. She's small. She was cool. She was smart. She was talented. She's fun to be around. But like we'd start smashing pissers, and she would try to kiss me, and it immediately ruined everything. I'm like, stop, please don't do that. And I've told her before, like, don't do that. Like, it's weird. I can't explain it. But I was with this one girl one time, kind of recently, and like for some reason, with this chick, I wanted to, and it was great.
I wonder if it's a chemistry thing. Like, you know how sometimes when you're with someone and they smell bad, that's like like they don't necessarily smell bad, but they smell bad to you. Like that's a sign that something is wrong with like the chemistry's off and you guys shouldn't be banging.
Mm-hmm. It's genetic matching. Like, dude, there's one girl. She come over to my house. She was a lifter girl. She's on a lot of gear, but she looked feminine. She still had that feminine look, but she was stacked. And she'd come over to my house like every morning because she worked like the third shift. She's a nurse. She'd come over to my house. By the way, she was married, but she'd come over to my house. And she just climb in my bed with me. And because I'd be sleeping, dude. It's freaking 7 a.m. And then she'd be like 10% like post gym, like funk.
Yeah.
And I mean 10%, not 100. I mean like 10% post where there's just a tiny like human aspect to it.
Yeah.
And I'd eat her ass from behind. Dude, it's like dude, it like flips that lever in my head, and I'm like harder than like a diamond. Just that 10% funk. And I told Nick this on his channel. He's like, "What the fuck?" Drax and all them freaking out, yelling at me. And I'm like, "No, I mean 10%, to where it's like a little bit of that, just a little bit of that."
No, I know what you mean. It's a little bit of that smell. Like if a guy has deodorant on, so you smell the underlying deodorant, but you smell a little bit of his stink too, and you're like, "What is that? That smells amazing."
Yeah, and
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't get it, and I'm like, man, it's like a human thing.
It's like their specific scent.
Yeah, and when it like gets
ranked.
past, when it gets 10-20%, when it's past that, it's like, okay, get you one of them balsamic tablets, acid tablets, whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called.
That means you're supposed to be making babies with her.
Oh no!
I think
No,
I'm pretty sure.
No.
Your body's saying this is who you're going to make babies with because you're going to have stacked kids.
Jesus, love you, Nick. Go have fun with Robert Barnes. I'll see you tomorrow. But I get to go back in time because of flying from Alabama. It's like if I'm flying out at like 5 and landing at like 6 because it's like going backwards in time because of the time change. So yeah, can't wait to go to Vegas. I go to Vegas every single year, so it's gonna be a lot of fun.
That sounds fun.
And the live show, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm also not nervous because I'm just gonna get drunk. I haven't drank in a while, other than like Fight Milk, where it has a little bit of rum in it. But yeah, other than that, man, yeah, Cowboy Juggernaut, yeah, dude. Same.
Is this your first show?
Live? Yeah. Well, I've done panels. I've done like a dozen panels, but I've never done like a live show. And I'm gonna treat it like a panel. So I'm just gonna treat it like we're talking, we're having a good time, we're going through our little skits and shit. So
yeah,
I think it'll be great. And plus, I'm gonna be drunk anyway, so it don't matter. Now, not super drunk, but just like to where I don't care, if I bomb or not. So it'll be great. It'll be fun. All right. So
every comedian has bombing stories. Every single comedian bombs. The best comedians in the world talk about how much they bomb.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a live show?
No, I've never done. I've been working on 5 minutes of stand up for the past like year and a half, and I've been too much of a bitch to really do anything with it.
Do you go to conventions and shit?
Conventions, yeah. So I've done a live panel with Chrissy, actually, with Chrissy and Anna. I did one. We did CAMELCAST live at the Boston Fan Expo. That was really fun. And you know what? I was less nervous than I thought I was going to be. Yeah. But I think it was because Chrissy and Anna were there. And like, Chrissy's so calming to be but she's been like the first thing that I did with her too. It wasn't live. It was streaming, but it was at the DC Exotica. We also did that like live streaming, and I was nervous that I was going to be like really freaking out about it because I was at a time when my anxiety was kind of bad, but she's just like so calming to be around. Like,
yeah, I get mom vibes from her.
Yeah, like she's gonna take care of you. Like I feel like I don't have to worry because she's got it. Like she's on top of things.
Yeah, and not in like she looks like a mom way. I mean, she doesn't
look like a mom.
I think it's because she has
that energy.
Yeah, she has her shit together. I feel like all the time. So it makes it feel. Yeah, so I filmed CAMELCAST live at Houston. I was the cameraman, and Brittany Vindy got mad at me because I kept zooming in on her titties.
She's got big boobs.
I was like, it was just the whole stream was just her titties. She's like, stop zooming in on my boobs, bro. I'm like, I'm sorry. They're there. I can't help it. I'm a man. I'm a man. And I'm trying to be a good cameraman. Like, it's all about the show, man. I got to do what you got to do.
Just filming what the people want to see.
All right. So, everybody, we're 30 likes from 500. We're 250 from Double Fight Milk. My God. And I won't be doing a local show after this, unfortunately, because I got to go to Vegas. But I'll be doing a lot of local shows with Nick in Vegas. And I think he'll probably be CAMELCAST 6. And 7. So because we'll be in the same room together. So we're gonna be doing that. Next subject matter is the same as the first subject matter, but the opposite. What is your biggest turn-ons?
Ooh, biggest turn-ons. Okay, I know I already said this, but I'm telling you, slightly crooked teeth. I don't know what it is about it. I fucking love it. If I notice a guy has, especially on the bottom, if they're a little bit crooked, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Well, I'm gonna stop hiding that now because I have fucked up bottom teeth, man.
I love it. I love that. It's always been a thing that I've had, and I don't understand why or where the fuck it came from, but I'm so into it. I don't know. It's just like a personality thing. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what it is. A good voice is like, I know that sounds weird, but a good voice is really, really hot. Like if someone
Yeah.
has like a nice, like kind of deep voice, I'm really
Yeah.
into that. I'm trying to think other turn-ons.
What about
smelling good?
Yeah, but you said you like a little bit of that underarm though.
Yeah, but it still smells good.
Yeah, no, I totally
what
get
I
what you're
mean?
saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't smell bad. It's just like, ooh.
So you're
What
5'2".
about what now?
Well, you're
I'm
5. Yeah,
5'2".
yeah, you're 5'2". Okay, so I've heard a lot of stories from women in the past, and it might be just me because they're trying to make you feel better. Do you dislike like giant penises?
Do I dislike giant pieces? No, I don't.
Okay, yeah. So okay, so
There's-
dude, man, I've had so many women now, and I got to tell you why. Obviously, you understand the reason why they tell me this. But dude, so many girls like, yeah, I don't like giant penises because it hurts and it's not comfortable. And I'm like, I feel like you're just saying this because I have a baby penis, and you're trying to make me feel
I
better.
want to
about
know
my
how
baby
big
penis.
your dick is so bad.
It's like
I just want to know.
it's like you like it's like a newborn's big toe. Like, and yeah, Jake Randall knows. He's seen it in the chat. We roomed together a bunch in Sieg. Yeah, say
Oh,
yeah.
that's funny.
So, oh yeah, dude, I love tiny penises. No, dude, girls say that all the time. Yeah, I prefer small ones. I'm like, you fucking with me. Don't say that because I know what you're doing and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I've always felt when guys are like, "Don't worry, I like small titties." I'm like, "Shut up, you're fucking lying."
But that's the weird thing. That's truth for me. I like small boobies.
I know some guys are into that. Everyone has a preference. Look, I don't. There is a limit where it's too big, though. Like I've seen porn dicks where I'm like, would not want that fucking thing anywhere near me. But
Yeah.
I know I don't hate a big dick. I didn't realize the guy that I lost my virginity to, his dick was massive, and I didn't know because I didn't have anything to compare it to.
Right.
And then we ended up dating later in life again. And not for long. We dated for like, I don't know, 4 months or something. And I was like, holy shit, you're giant. Because I had been with a couple of other people after that. And I didn't know. And I think that set me up to be a bit of a size queen for the rest of my
I feel like if I was a girl, now look, I can't obviously can't relate because I don't know the feel. But I feel like if I was a girl, I'd want it to be like the biggest thing ever.
Not too. It's true though, not too big because there comes a point where it's just hitting cervix, and that doesn't feel great. You don't want that.
Well, how big's too big?
I'm trying to think of like porn dick. I don't know because no guy's ever let me measured it for size. But I mean, this is definitely too big.
Width, obviously, that's like a massive width.
Even length, this is too long. This is
I'm
not getting this all.
That's
the way
probably like 8. That's probably 8 inches. Yeah.
All right. So you know what? I think up to 6 is just grand.
Yeah. Well, that's the baby penis apparently though.
6?
Yeah, 6 is baby penis, dude. When I was growing up, I don't know. Okay, so this is a guy thing. When I was growing up, all my friends were like, yeah, my penis is like 8 inches. Like every one of them's like, yeah.
They're liars.
And we were like 14.
They're liars.
I know now, dude. I had a threesome with one of my friends. And now our peepees did not go near each other. This was like a long time ago.
Spit roasting a lady.
Yeah, we were like, going ham on this girl, and like, his peepee is like it was like weird. Like I'd never seen it like erect, and it was like so small, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe his penis is this small. It was so little, and I was like, oh my god, like, and I thought we all had these big peepees. But yeah, it's weird. Very, very strange.
Like micro penis small?
It was like 3 inches long. But no, that's whatever. That's fine, I guess. But it was like literally like as thin as like a finger.
Oh no.
Like, what do you even do with that?
Finger a lady?
Yeah.
She's like, is this?
Yeah, I pride myself because
Man.
the only my pee-pee head, the only thing I have is my pee-pee head. And it's like a softball. It's like a softball, but like with like a popsicle stick going down.
So you got to start an OnlyFans.
So it doesn't stand up. It just falls over eventually. Like a tree.
But so you just have to kind of hold it up and shove it in there.
Yes. Yeah.
So it feels like she's getting fisted.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, this girl I used to hang out with when I worked at GameStop and like freaking years ago, she called it the helmet because like I hooked up with her when I was like young, and she called it the helmet, and then everybody started calling me the helmet for like years at that GameStop.
Did they know why she was calling you that?
Yeah, she told him she didn't give a damn. She worked like 2 stores down at like Rue 21, and she was like telling him about my pee head.
Did
Like,
you bang her? That's how she
yeah.
saw it, or okay,
Yeah,
okay.
of course,
Well, I don't know if you were just playing show and tell. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Max B says the reason Kiss is weird, Cam, is Nick's nose was in the way. God damn. Not Nick. Rest in peace. Oh my God. Even finger ring. You need to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Now, granted, I almost don't even focus on that. I'm just like, just go for the clitoris.
You're a smart man.
Yeah, dude, I remember being younger and thinking that's what I was supposed to do. And then like I discovered the like slow circle motion depending on what was going on. And then I never went back. It was just, that was easy. It was the easiest thing forever. And I'm like, I'm obviously going to go for the easy route. So
well, I mean, we're not going to complain. There's nothing worse than a dude who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing and like doesn't even try to figure it out.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like the guys
together, man.
Dude, I'll watch like an OnlyFans video, and it'll be because they have them compiled on Reddit for days. It'll be like a popular girl, and like she'll be doing it with like whatever dude, like what's her face did one, Belle Delphine did one, and it was like her dude she was having sex with like had no idea what he was doing, and it was so frustrating to watch. Like going in half an inch and just jiggling a little, and I'm like, what do you put the rest in? What are you doing? Do something. reach around and hit the hood, man. Like do something.
You're like, I can't even jerk off to this.
Yeah. Like
that's terrible.
It sucks, man. It's like some balls. Spooky Weeb trash in the chat. More like Camelot. Yeah. Okay, you know what let's see. What are my biggest turn-ons? Now I'm trying to think.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, that's hard for I love girls that are tall.
Okay. How
like
tall is tall?
Like 6 foot higher.
Wow.
I love really bright, nicely upkept blonde hair. Love that. That's why I picked that picture of you. I don't remember which one I picked though.
It was the elf one. I remember. Yeah. I saw that and I was like, oh, I forgot about those pictures.
Yeah, I just scrolled through your Instagram, found the best one the one I enjoyed the most, and then I made it happen. So yeah, 6 foot. I think that's I love that. How
tall are you?
I'm like right at 6 foot. I'm like I'm 5'11".
Tall. Gotcha.
I'm 5'11", but I like to say I'm 6 foot.
You get 6 foot with shoes on.
It's fine. It's fine. It works. Nick makes me look like a baby though, because he's like 6'4" or some shit.
Lord.
6'3", I think. He's huge. Yeah. So everybody's like, "Are you a manlet, bro?" Because I took a picture with him and he's taller than me. I'm like, "No, Nick's just a giant." But also, I am a manlet. I'm the king of the manlets.
So you're a manlet and I'm a hobbit. Got it.
Hobbit, yes. No, dude, my old roommate was like 4'11". She wasn't even 4'11". She's a little baby.
That makes me feel tall.
Yeah, and she weighed like 86 pounds when I met her. And then she started eating meatball subs. And it's all subs. Yeah, dude, it's hard to think of like turn-ons or preferences. God,
it's like weird when someone puts you on the spot. You're like, wait, okay, what do I like?
Yeah, tall girls, girls that are overly fit. So like girls that have like core definition, shoulders, girls that have rounded shoulders, girls that have chest separation, slight chest separation, not over the top. Girls that are just like in shape, but overtly in shape, just a tick over like the normal.
Do you know a girl, Lena Belfiore?
Oh my God, I don't know. Let me Google her. Let's Google her.
Her body is like my fucking dream body. Jesus, sweet Lord. If I could stop eating meatball subs, I could maybe look like that.
Oh my God. Liana Belfiore. Is that Lena, her? No.
Lina Belfiore.
Okay.
And then there's another girl, Noelle Leva. She's another one that I'm just like, those are the 2 girls I follow on Instagram that I'm just obsessed with their bodies, like obsessed.
Why can I not find this? What is wrong with me? Hey, somebody post it in my locals, if you don't mind, and I'll pull it up. If you guys can find it. But yeah, I like girls that are really over the top in shape.
Me too.
Maybe I guess that is more masculine traits. Everybody's like, "You're good." Yeah, it all tracks. It all tracks really well.
It's all making sense.
I've had insecurities about PP size in the past, then eventually stopped caring. I feel like if you are at least average or slightly above average, you're fine. Mine is curved like a banana. Well, thank you, Disco, for that. The pleasant.
Does it go up? Because that's a nice. It hits spots that are good.
Mine looks like a fish hook. Yeah, I pull out shit that's been in there for a long time. Shots fired. Somebody call EMS. Did no one post it so no one can even find her? Damn.
I sent it. I sent it to you on Twitter.
Oh, okay, cool. Rock on, that works. Twitter.
And
She
then
better
I'm
be
gonna
hot.
send you the other one.
She better be
Well,
hot.
I found her. It's her Instagram profile, both of them.
Okay, we're pulling it up.
I sent both. I think you're. I think you like their body, but now I'm curious. Like, how fit is too fit?
This is
Or-
This is slightly under what I was saying, but
Okay, so even under.
this is slightly under what I would consider overtly fit.
Okay.
Because I would need a hair more muscle mass. But she looked. Hold on, let me pull her up again before I keep talking. Share screen. Okay. Where's my Instagram at? There it is. All right. So yeah.
Oh,
So
her body is so nice. Oh my god.
yeah,
Look at
yeah.
her
Like
stomach.
I would die for her.
Oh, I would too.
This is yeah, and again, this is a tick under what I'm saying, and I'll only a tick, like 5% under what I'm saying.
Okay.
But yeah, I would easily die for this woman.
Oh, look at her body; it's ridiculous.
I would die for her. Yeah. So yeah, no, she looks great. Yeah, she looks great, dude. But dude, I hook up with girls a lot that look pretty similar to that.
You're hooking up with some hot ass women.
It is because I don't know what it is. I think now, actually, you can tell me. This is a great time because I think I asked Anna this question when she was on. Cam's biggest turn on is picturing egg giving fucking back beans. Oh, dude, Cowboy Juggernaut. I saw Fupa at the grocery store like a month ago. By the way, she's like this lady I had in the story when I first started YouTube. Yeah, I saw her like in real life at the grocery store because she lives in the same area I live in. Oh shit, what was I gonna say? I asked Anna something. And I can't remember what it was, and I'm sad now. Fuck. I shouldn't have read that damn super chat, man. Fuck, what was it? It was damn, I don't remember. Well, rest in peace. Don't remember what that was. Something about Jim. I can't remember. Well, whatever. We tried. I'll remember here in a minute. 6 feet and 6 in the pants. Think of toilet paper roll girth. Never had a complaint. Toilet paper roll girth. Well, yeah, I feel like that's normal. That's what every guy probably has at least. Good. Yeah. Toilet paper roll. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. And damn, you look at Brian Daniel in the damn chat. So he reminded me immediately. Look at this, some bitch. Look at this. And this isn't even what I was going to ask, but it reminded me of what I was going to ask. So yeah, I hook up with a lot of girls, and again, for people in the chat, look, I'm not trying to say like I'm hot shit or something. I'm not trying to. I gotta be honest. I hook up with a lot of girls, and some of you in the chat have seen some of the girls that come over when you guys are hanging out, like some of the mods, like PDH, like one of my, I used to hook up with her like all the time, and she's hot, right? So, I don't know what it is, but I think like. And you can correct this if I'm wrong, Zia, but do you this is how I talk to women. I talk to women like I'm talking to you right now. So I treat women like I treat men. I do not act any different. I'm the same dude. I'll be like, what's up, bitch? And like I'll chastise them when I chastise them. I'll like talk to him normal if I'm talking to him, just whatever. I talk to him so I'm just myself all the time, and I'm honest and all. Like I don't know how to be like fake. It's hard for me. But I have friends that are dudes that when they get around women, their entire personality completely flips on its head, and they're not the same person. They get real weird, and they change their vocabulary and their notes that they're making with their natural voice, and they get simpy and weird. Is that like? So do you like if you meet a guy? Do you like it if he treats you just like a human?
Yes. Yeah, I 100% think that's why you're very successful. 100%. There's nothing better than a dude who just, treats you like a person, talks to you like a person, and is just completely his self. Because it's not showing. I think girls can like smell desperation and like how weird some guys get, like you said, when they completely change as a person. Then girls get guilty of this too. It's like a thing that they do when they get around someone that they're trying to impress. I think that happens a lot. And I think that you can tell when someone's not being genuine. It is a huge turnoff. Yeah, I agree. I think that's a huge reason why.
I can smell that from a mile away when a girl's acting that way towards me too.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, and I feel like girls could probably even are better at it because they encounter it a lot more. And I've hung out with girls that I didn't even I had thought there would be no way in hell they'd ever even like talk to me. and they would hang out with me and like come hang out at my house and shit. And I'm like, I don't know how this girl's hanging out with my house. Like, but it's weird, man. It is really strange. I don't really
No, I
understand
think
that.
that's why. I think that's why. I think it's because you just treat them like a normal person. And there's something to be said too for, I don't think that, I think this is a lot of where it comes from, like girls like a bad guy, although some girls just like toxic dudes and they're fucking gonna have a miserable life because of it. But I also think that part of it is a little bit of that standoffishness.
Yeah.
Because you're not actively pursuing them. So they're kind of like, oh, I'm intrigued. Why isn't this guy going after me? Because so many other guys have.
Yeah.
For like a
And
really hot girl.
also, I'll tell them shut the hell up. So I had a girl that she was like she worked for some modeling agency out of Atlanta, and she lived in California, but she moved here to be closer to Atlanta. And she was over the top attractive. And she had a cool personality, but she was like a mean girl. Like she was really sassy and kind of annoying all the time. And dude, everybody would like melt when she would like get sassy with them.
That's why she did it.
All of her friends, all the dudes that like because we go to parties and there's dudes that liked her that I knew, and they would just be like, so they would melt. Like, and dude, she'd like get up in my face, and I'd be like, dude, I would immediately be like, bitch, back the fuck up. I'm like, you ain't hot shit. Eat my asshole.
Put her in her place. That's
and
why.
Dude, I hung out with her for like 6 months. Yeah. But she never got out of her mean girl stage. So I just eventually was like, you're annoying. I don't want to be around you anymore.
Well, yeah, because nobody wants to be around someone that's mean all the time. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe some guys like that. Maybe that's a thing. I feel like there's sort of an attitude that some guys like.
Yeah, well, some guys like to get beat down. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. They like to get destroyed. I'm not like that, dude. I like to be treated like a human as well. And to be honest, I feel like it's almost impossible to find that. So that's one of the unfortunate truths I learned by being on Tinder for so long is and this is probably true for guys. I always say this is probably true for guys as well, but I'm not looking for guys on Tinder. But I found out that like most girls, like the vast majority of girls are just, they're all so similar that it's almost like not even worth it to do it anymore. Like they all have the same interest, which is no interest, by the way. It's just
what are the interests? When they say their interests, what are they interested in?
Netflix and wine.
Okay. Yeah, that's not really interests.
Yeah.
You can be interested in a beverage.
I like going on hikes. I like Netflix and wine. And I'm
it's always hiking.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they don't actually like to do that. So and I play every instrument that's like normal. I write music. I race in like a minor NASCAR series. I'm always gone. I like traveling. You know, I like all kinds of weird shit. And I have a lot of interests that consume the vast majority of my time. And then I hang out with a girl, and she's like, all she wants to do is watch Netflix, and that's her entire fucking existence is waiting to get off work and then watch Netflix. And I'm like, God damn, like, and that was like almost every girl. That was like the vast majority of girls, and it was just like, I don't even want to do this anymore, man. Like
it's really hard to find someone that you have similar interests with. That's a tough one. Music is a tough one for me. Like finding someone I have similar music interests in. So when I found someone that listened to the music I listened to, I was like, oh, buddy, this is the one. Like stuff like that, like that's big for me because I also played drums. Not every instrument, just drums, but. My dad was a drummer, and so I grew up playing drums, and I grew up around a lot of music. So that was like a big part of my life for a long time.
How active is your drum? Like how actively do you play drums? How often?
I haven't played in a long time. It's been a long time.
Do you have videos of you
play drums?
Okay.
Yeah, my stepmom does. My stepmom has on DVDs of me playing drums in our old band shack back home. I was like, I need to ask her where she has some of those because I would like to find them.
Yes. No, dude, I would like to see that too. Cassandra M, by the way, I love you. I appreciate you. Helena says, does Cody have the same conversation with all his guests he brings on? Yes, because it's the CAMELCAST, not the random ass bullshit cast. Helena, bitch ass motherfucker. By the way, I'll see you tomorrow, Helena, at some point. She always trolls me in the chat. She thinks she's hot shit. She's like, you know what this girl tells me? This lady, this woman, what she tells me? She's like, she's like, I'm asexual. I'm not attracted to having. I'm not interested in sex in any point ever. And I'm like, all right. And then like she texts me one night, and she's like, you know, if you totally want to like bend me over though, it's totally fine. And I'm like, I feel like you fucking with me a little. So, and she says this doesn't. She said this don't happen. By the way, she'll say it in chat. Watch it. She's gonna pop up. She'll. This never happen. It's bullshit. It's happened. She's like, I don't remember this. You might have been drunk as hell, Helena. I'm just saying.
Maybe maybe she just gets sexually aroused when she's drunk.
LP Dirty T says, Zia, would you prefer a man's PPB long noodle or built like tuna can?
Oh God, I don't know. That's really tough. I guess tuna, but it's got to get in there.
Yeah, well, let's assume it's tuna can, but it's like 2 inches or 3 inches, because you can't do anything with tuna can penis.
Yeah, right. I guess tuna can. I guess a little shorter and wider.
Yeah, okay. Let's say 3 inches and girthy as hell, or like 7 inches and like real thin, like a finger.
Pencil.
I don't know about that. That'd be rough. That you couldn't even fit a urethra in that bitch.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm trying to answer this as if I would know. Busted Knuckle says every girl in my area listens to Luke Combs while I'm over here listening to Norse Records Radio Mongolia throat metal.
Never heard of Mongolian throat metal, but I'm here for it.
I've heard of Mongolian throat singing, which is really strange sounding. Luke Combs, no idea who that is. It sounds like a country artist though.
I don't. It does sound like a country name. I hate country with like every fiber.
Oh, dude, same. Being. I would rather die. I would rather die than listen to country. And I live in Alabama.
That's tough. It must be everywhere there.
Yeah. Well, now luckily in my place I live in, you don't really hear it very often because it's
good.
Where I live feels like Denver. Like there's not even any Southern people here. Like in my city, because it's like every girl I've ever hooked up with, by the way, have not been from Alabama except for one. So
they all just moved down there.
Yeah, they fly
transplants for school, or
the school that is right next to my house is like an engineering college. It's a big one. So like every girl out there off that like literally 30% of them are from California, like SoCal, Kansas a bunch of the time, Washington sometimes.
Okay.
So yeah, if I ever hook up with a girl at Southern, they're from like North Carolina or South Carolina. They're never from Alabama. Except for the one girl, and she was from this place called Florence, and her accent was crazy. It's too much. I don't like Southern accents. Like girls like them on guys. Sometimes I hear that, dude. I don't like hearing a girl with a Southern accent. I'm like, gross.
Does it make it sound like? Do they sound like trash? Like what is it?
Yeah, it's like why they sound like trash cans.
Like trash cans.
And dude, I grew up in a trailer park, so I understand. I get it. And I know I have an accent. I can't help it, but. Like, do girls all the time like, man, like when I'll travel across country and girls like, man, your accent's so sexy, and I'm like, that's weird because I don't. That's how
I feel about like a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, well, I like that too. Like, I feel like that's fun, but I don't like. I just don't like Southern. Can't hit the back of a tuna can, but I wouldn't fit to begin with. New country needs to die. New country. Oh my God, I saw a rap country video earlier on my feed and I wanted to die.
Is that the girl that's like, I haven't listened to it. I've just watched it and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to hit the unmute button because I don't want to see what this is. I don't want to hear what it is.
I'd rather die. I can't believe people do that shit. We got 30 minutes until Neked Snake, by the way. Yes, Zia's doing Neked Snake today.
I'm doing Neked Snake.
We'll do it at 11 p.m. It is within YouTube's guidelines. Obviously, you bastards, don't be goofy.
I can't take my titties out. Sorry, guys.
And then, dude, if you could, that'd be the coolest shit ever. Like, God, could you imagine? Freaking YouTube be popping. Got the titty cats. Just the titty cats.
I think that people are a little too weird about boobs, man.
I would only invite women like for viewership. You want to come on CAMELCAST? You have to be a woman because it's titty hour at 11.
You don't have boobs, we're not doing it.
Yeah, exactly. So Nathan says, so 8 inches is big. Then wait, where'd it go?
It's huge.
Then 8 inches. I feel like that'd be too big.
That's big.
Do you hate Jelly Roll?
A solid 6.
Yeah. That makes me feel better. I think it's about right. That sounds about right. She likes dudes with crooked bottom teeth and Brooklyn accents. I'm in, baby.
I love it.
You win. What's up, Tim? How you doing, dude? Zia, you like Brooklyn accents? Let me find. Or BK accents? Let me find out. What's a B? Is that Brooklyn?
BK? Yeah, Brooklyn is BK. I'm pretty sure.
Carrie says I have 0 boobs. Carrie, your boobs are literally like my ideal boobs. Don't be playing. Helena says he wants to watch me troll Cody in real life. Vote so he invites me to his stream in Vegas. I mean, you'll probably appear on one of them, I imagine, Helena. Thank you, Helena, by the way. I appreciate you. Wait, well, you know what I haven't done in a while, Cody? Well, I don't have alerts on, so don't go too crazy now, but I'll take your jokes. We are less than $200 from Double Fat Milk for the 3rd stream in a row, by the way. Holy dick and balls. I appreciate you guys. Country accents are sexy on the right type of women. I don't know, man. I was watching. So one of my friends was watching True Blood the other day, and I like walked by, and like
I
there's this
forgot
one,
about that
there's
show.
this like girl with gap teeth and blonde, and
Anna
she had,
Paquin.
she had like a southern accent, and I wanted to like punch the TV.
Sookie. Sookie.
She's like, "What are you doing in our house?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll kill both of us right now." Like, don't talk like that. God.
I watched that show up to like season 4 or 5, I think, and then I just kind of lost interest in it. But I didn't hate it for a little while. It's like, you know what it is? It's like lady porn. That's what that show is.
Dude,
It's
every girl watches that bullshit. What have you as far as TV shows, have you been watching anything recently that you are enjoying?
The Last of Us, and then I'm so late to the party, but I finally started Dark. I'm on season 3 now. I'm on the last season finally. I'm almost done with it. That show is awesome.
What did you think of the super gay episode of Last of Us?
Oh, I didn't mind that.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was I cried like a bitch at the end.
Same.
I was like, they got to be together, and Nick is like, they're not real.
Yeah, I didn't cry. I stoic teared is what I do. So when I'm watching a movie, I stoic tear. I'll be watching it and I'm stoic, and then a tear will do this, and I'll be like, that's it. That's what I do.
Wipe it away.
Dude,
this is a manly tear.
I went to a movie theater with a girl, and we watched something. Maybe it was Interstellar. I can't remember. And it was a scene that was brutal, and I was like this with a stoic tear, and I like see out of the corner of my eye this girl's just losing her shit, can't even breathe. She's like, just, and I'm like, oh my God.
Wow, I haven't cried like that in years. I am too dead inside. When I cry, it's like I'm not stoic tear, but I'm not like that kind of cry. I don't cry. I actually don't cry very often. It takes a lot. But I'll do like where the tears just silently roll down my face for a little while, and then I wipe them away, and I'm like, all right,
dude, movies get me. Like, I'm very weird when it comes to movies. Just they get me. They always get me. It don't matter. Dude, Coco, when he's like, Papa Hector used to play this for you, and he starts playing fucking Remember Me.
What movie is this?
Even though you say goodbye, remember me. Freaking Coco, man.
I've never seen it. I've
Never
seen
Coco. Oh my God. So, dude, the last scene breaks me. Like, I'll be like the whole movie just, and then I'm just like, oh, remember me. Fuck, remember me. Like, I don't know, man. Dude, movies get my ass, but I don't, dude. If it's not like within the realm of like watching a movie, you know, that I can relate to, like, I don't cry otherwise. Except for like that one time I filmed a video and I got really emotional. But I think there was something going on in my T levels or something.
Blame it on the T levels.
Look at Tim up in this bitch. I don't have alerts because I'm on a different platform entirely right now. But Lost Little Man, drop them to plate, forks, and knives. There's like 100 of them. Plate, fork, and knife. Plate, fork, and knife. If it played it, we'd be here for an hour. I thank you, Tim. I love you. I appreciate you. I will turn on the alerts when I do my birthday stream, and I will play your plate, fork, and knives so hard. But StreamYard doesn't have an alerts option, unfortunately. But I can pull it up and look at your beautiful face. Look at it. It's delicious. Look at all them plate, forks, and knives. I appreciate you, Tim. So as far as, so you watch Last of Us. Man, let's talk about Last of Us for a moment, because I'm trying so hard. I loved the first 2 episodes. Thought it was awesome. Now, I'm going to get into something here in a second. But first 2 episodes, great. 3rd episode was super gay, but I enjoyed it. Now, I think...
Good writing. Good storytelling.
Yeah.
Good acting.
If that was a movie, it'd been crazy. But the fact that it wasn't, and it was like Last of Us, it kind of felt a little too long. And I didn't get any Joel and Ellie, and I wanted more of that.
They focused a lot on this one backstory because I think they wanted you to feel some type of way about Joel and Ellie coming in and finding out that these 2 people had died. So instead of them just coming in and being like, oh, they're dead, let's take their shit. They wanted you to really feel for them, and it for me it worked. But I get what you're saying. It was long. It was a long, like, kind of meandering episode. It was an episode that didn't really move the plot forward in any way. It was 100% filler. It was just to show you, hey, these are these people that they have made contact with, and people that are sort of living out there in the world. So yeah, it was a great episode, but you're right, it didn't do a ton for the story.
So, yeah, and it sucks though because it was a fucking great piece of fucking
Really,
film. It was great. I don't give a shit about gay. It just write it well, and they did a great job there. Now,
exactly. That's what I always hear from people. Every time we touched on this briefly in the beginning, but like every time someone talks about how they don't like the wokeism or what, it's not that they don't like gay people on screen or black people on screen or like whatever the thing is.
yeah,
It's they don't like that they do that at the expense of writing a good story or
yeah,
having good acting, and they cram it down just this message down your throat
yeah,
instead of focusing on just making something
right,
great. No one cares if there's a gay guy in the show if you just make a good fucking show.
yeah, and that's why I always like begin the statement with forced wokeism because
It's so annoying.
it like, dude, there's now unless you're like in Asian countries, but that's different. Asian countries do not like people that are different. And now,
No, they don't.
especially not black people. I don't know what it is about Asians, man, but
They
like,
move them all the way to the back on the posters, take them all the way off sometimes.
yeah,
But that's fine. But they tell us we have to be better here. Fuck you.
yeah, it
So
really
annoying.
hurts. It hurts sales. Like if in an Asian country, like places like China, if they go buy a movie poster and they're looking at what they want to watch and they see a movie poster and there's black dude on it, they're not gonna watch it. They're like, nope, no, thank you. And I don't really understand it, obviously, because I grew up in a different place. But it's so weird that people are like telling us how we're the most racist country that's ever existed. We're evil, and you're not even allowed to go to some of these Asian countries if you're black or white. You know what I'm saying? Like like black people can't own land in certain places in Japan. They're not allowed to.
That's wild.
So and they're not allowed to be hired at certain companies. There's corporate policies around certain companies that they are not allowed to hire black men.
Which here is like unheard of. Like
Yeah,
that's a lawsuit immediately.
Well, it's against the Constitution. Like there's amendments in the Constitution that prevents this. But no one ever talks about that shit. And why?
Mhm.
Because Asians don't care. Like what is the biggest thing, the most effective thing you can do to someone that you might perceive as racist, or you can see some profit from calling them racist? You shame them into them feeling shame and or apologizing. Asians don't care.
Yeah, they don't have that shame.
You can
They're
be like, yeah, you can all day. You can be like, hey, China, that you're racist because you don't like that poster, and they'll go, yes, you're right, fuck off. And then and there goes all you don't have any more like negotiating power.
right.
They agree. They're like, yeah, I agree. We don't
They're
like
like,
you.
yeah, we're
And
gonna do
that's
it
the end
anyway.
of it. Because for some odd reason, like, do people will if somebody calls you racist, it's like sometimes there's people on Twitter like if they're called racist, they will jump to the end of the earth to defend that.
Right.
You know, and I am like me myself, I know I'm not. So if somebody calls me, I just agree and say I am.
Well, I also
that
think that
lot.
everyone has racial biases no matter
sure,
what. Like you
sure.
can't, that's just always going to exist. I don't necessarily think that means we all need to freak out and fucking be like, we got to take a long, hard look at ourselves.
Yeah.
It's just part of living in a world where people are fucking different. I don't know.
Yeah. When people call me racist, I just say yes. I'll say well, actually, what I usually say is I'm not racist, but I just dislike anybody darker than me. Because it's a joke. It's obviously a joke. But some people do.
That's crazy.
Like Don Lemon the other day, he said that women are in their peak in their 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Mm-hmm.
He said it on a broadcast, and it was in some kind of context to where I don't remember what he was even talking about. But
I'm just flattered that he went up to 40s. Thank you.
Yeah,
sir.
that's what I'm saying.
I was like, goddamn.
Dude, he like there were people freaking out. He had a giant thread on Twitter apologizing and begging forgiveness. I'm like, for one, like, you weren't even correct on that statement. Women's peak is 18 to 24. Like, if we're actually talking about genetic matching, like,
isn't their sexual peak in their 30s though? Like women are like it's their early 30s or something like that, where they're like the most sexual.
Mid to late 30s, their libido's natural increasement, like
out of
through the roof.
control.
But that mean nothing to men. Like, and genetic matching. Like, if we're talking specifically from science and data, 18 to 24 is absolute peak for making babies, for genetic matching for men.
Gotcha.
So like he wasn't even correct, and he got canceled for that shit. And the first thing you do, if you're getting canceled, the first thing you do not do is apologize, because he didn't say anything wrong. Well, technically he said something wrong. It wasn't even factually correct, but like if you say something, stand by that shit, and people will respect it. Unless you like said some real dumb shit that you really didn't mean, and you were just being a troll asshole. Like if a troll says some bullshit and then he gets caught, then yeah, it's different. Dara Move says Interstellar and Green Mile get me every time, and I'm a man. Also, Grave of Fireflies took place during World War II, so depressing. Even the candy scene, dude. The whole movie. Yeah, Green Mile and Interstellar kill me. Dude, everything kills my ass. Dude, beer commercials kill me. Even though I haven't had cable in like 15 years. But still. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Forced wokeism. As far as Last of Us, I see this is my podcast. I rant until forget shit. Third episode was super gay. We're back to Last of Us, everybody. Then after that, it kind of just is going down now. Like I'm starting to like not care about it. Like
really,
the fourth episode, like Kathleen's character is so stupid. She doesn't need to exist. I don't know why they put her in there. The fact that you're trying to convince me that a frumpy librarian, like mid-40s lady, came into power in the post-apocalyptic world.
Oh God, I was talking
so
about
dumb.
that while we were watching it. I was like, wait, what? Dude, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Literally, Nick was like, why are people listening to her? I'm like, I know. She's like frumpy and fat and older. Like,
you could just kill her.
She have power? What's
just
going
kill
on
her.
here?
Yeah, just kill her immediately. And I thought maybe they would flesh her out a little bit more. And I'm sure you're caught up with the show, yeah?
Yes, I'm caught up.
Okay, so I thought they would flesh her out more. And then she keeps, spoiler alert, everybody in the chat, for the next 30 seconds. So she keeps making very bad decisions for whatever reason.
She's so fucking annoying.
And even her like first mate guy is like, this is a bad idea. We shouldn't do this. And she's like, I don't care what you think. If I asked you what you think, I'll just blah, blah, blah. And then like she gets them all killed, every one of them. And I'm like,
and herself. I was so happy.
I was like, this was the stupidest character I've ever seen in my life. And I was glad those episodes were over. And my favorite part of the episode was the Kevin guy and his brother. I loved it.
Oh my God, dude. That part was fucking brutal.
So that
holy shit.
Dude, if they would have removed the Kathleen character and it was just that bearded guy Hunter and his crew, 10 times better. I don't know what the hell they thought putting a frumpy, weird little librarian lady in. I don't know what the hell they thought that would never happen. If it was post-apocalyptic, there's all if tomorrow, like the apocalypse happened a year from then, every small sect of tribes would be a 6'5" monster of a man leading every single one of them.
Yeah, he would have had to kill like 80 other men to get there.
It wouldn't be a frumpy librarian that's like, you better watch your mouth or I'll shoot you with my gun. What the fuck? No, I'll just shoot you, bitch. Shut up. So like, yeah, I thought that was stupid. And then the newest episode, just nothing really happened, and they go to that place that spoilers again, everybody, for everybody. They go to that like city that's like a utopia.
Yeah, it's like a little town that was just already pretty cut off from the rest of the world, and so they kind of fenced it off, and they have power and water and lights, and everybody has a job, and there's stores, and like it's a whole, and it's a commune. Yeah,
and I'm like okay with this is fine or whatever. And of course, like the implied leader is like an older black lady, which is fine. Who cares? Whatever. But they like in it, like they completely just paint communism in like a great light in one scene.
Well, and also like, yeah, sure, it works in a small fucking community. Like, of course it would work in a community of a couple hundred people. Like you can't, that's not even big enough for money to make sense. Of course that in that situation, it's a completely different story when you're talking about millions of people.
It's like, and it's like the characters like communism actually works, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh dude, I'll turn this bullshit off right now. Don't do this to me. Now luckily Joel does say, like a few minutes later when they leave in the show, he says communism doesn't work with how many people our country had, and I'm like, yes, thank you, because
exactly.
Like it's just, oh god, you're always trying to slip some bullshit into these bullshit shows.
Yeah, of course everything works small.
Yeah, Russell Hall says Don Lemon was talking about a woman running for office and connected that sexual desirability. It was like throwing chum in a Shark Tank. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and agree. Yeah, he was talking about age and politics. Yeah, so 20s, 30s, and 40s that would work. Yeah, sure, 50s shit, but I honestly think if you're over the age of 65, you shouldn't be eligible for office anymore, in my opinion.
I'm 100% with you. We need to put age limits on this shit.
I can't believe that even the last two presidents, like Trump's whatever, I never really had an opinion.
He was at least still with it.
Oh, he was definitely aware what the hell was going on. Dude, like people that look, I'm not a political guy. I give two shits. I think all politicians are corrupt as fuck. But like the fact that there are people out there, I could understand why some people defend Trump or some people attack Trump. I get it. Like, you don't like he said this or did this, whatever. I get it. It's like a normal politician game. But like the fact that there's a one person on the fucking planet defending Biden in any situation blows my mind. That dude is gone. He is gone. He has no idea where the hell he is ever. And people defend it. He's such a great that motherfucker don't even know where the hell he is. Like,
he should not be running a country. It's actually kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Like when you stop and look at it, you're like, I'm sorry, this is the man that we're letting make decisions.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think he's making any decisions. That dude,
I don't think he is either. Absolutely.
He probably can't even make a decision on what to eat or what to freaking wear that day, to be honest.
They just give him ice cream. He's like, Joe Biden ice cream.
Yeah, he's just like, dude, and I would be too. No, man, dude, like, I'm gonna be honest, I'd be gone. Like, if I was a 80-year-old man and they're like, hey, we're gonna like install you in power, I'm like, no, you're not. I'm fucking sitting in my chair and eating ice cream. I would never. Now, granted, he probably didn't have a choice. They're probably like, you're running and you're doing it. And he's like, oh fuck, all right. Like, okay, I guess it's fine. Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. I do think it's now. I will say I do find it fun that he is very decrepit. It makes everything more interesting when he talks, which I do enjoy that.
Or
but
walks up or downstairs, you know.
Yeah, don't do that. Never walk up and downstairs, man. We killed my grandma, and she was younger than Biden's ass. She was walking up and down some stairs, and she fell and broke her hip, and she died. And like,
I'm sorry, Jesus, that is what happens with older people.
Yeah.
Like once they fall, like, a broken hip is the end. That was the end for my great grandma too.
Yeah, dude. Yep. They just go they can't recover from that shit. Dime card says Zia, the girl, all the bad guys.
Damn it,
Wow.
Dime card.
Why do the bad guys want you?
That's an inside. That's an inside joke. I got made fun of on Jim and Sam for that quite a bit. So my intro on a podcast that I used to do, I don't do it anymore, but my intro that I did not make, by the way, I feel like that needs to be said. I didn't make this. He used to intro me as the girl all the bad guys want.
The girl all the bad guys want.
And I always hated it. And then it's I've been made fun of for that every time I go on Jim and Sam. So that is, yeah.
There's an 80s hair metal song that has that as the chorus. She's the girl all the something guys want. Whoa, the girl. What the fuck is that song? Does anybody know?
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't know.
I swear it's the guys that do Smooth Up in Ya. LA Guns, is that the name of the band? Because am I freaking making this up right now? She's the blah blah the
Mandela
guys want.
Oh,
yeah, bowling for soup. Everybody's saying bowling for soup in the chat. Is that right? Yeah, that makes. I'm telling you, man. My mind goes to weird ass places, man. Carrie said she wants cuddles. Look at Carrie being a bitch in the chat. I want cuddles, bro. You were in a chat, Carrie. No one can give you cuddles right now. I don't know if you noticed that. Well,
get you a Pikachu.
Carrie's goofy ass in here. Oh my god. All I know is Baby Shark. See, that's your problem. So we got Neked Snake in 10 minutes, guys. If you're just now joining, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you're subscribed to my goofy ass, by the way. We're doing a CAMELCAST. I'm trying to do one every other day. They are hard. I reached out to Mudahar, Actman, because I've talked to Actman so many times. I'm like, I just fucking message him. And I will have Gary Nerdrotic on sometime in the next week or two. So get prepared for that. And then, of course, Nick will probably be on one of the next ones because I'm going to be staying with him. So might as well just put his camera on his freaking face. But we do have Neked Snake in 10 minutes, guys, roughly. And Zia's going to do Neked Snake with me today, which is going to be really cool. It is within the YouTube rules, so don't trip balls. And then we're going to figure out Fat Milk if you are still down for the almond, the Frank milk.
I'm thinking about it. I ate a lot. I ate too much for dinner. I've been trying to like diet down a little bit. So when I go up to maintenance for a couple of days, I'm like, that feels like so much food. Like I feel like I'm in a food coma.
Yeah. So when I do Fat Milk, I can't eat like dinner because it's like 300 calories when I do it. He fell again yesterday. Also, would you trust a grandparent to run a Walmart? Why would you trust a octogenarian to run a country? What the hell is that somebody that's 80 or higher? Octogenarian? What the fuck?
Sounds right.
He fell down yesterday. He fell off a bike too. That was funny as shit. Look, I know that's mean as hell to say, but God, it was hilarious. He just like stops and just goes like a comedy. It was like a comedy skit, like a SNL skit. He just fell perfectly sideways. Like
that's what happened to me when I first. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take that as a compliment. Thank you.
When she was young and hot, though, not now.
Thank you.
Weeaboo
That's
Desu,
an
thank
even
you,
better
baby.
compliment. When I first was learning how to ride a bike, I think this was before I had a helmet. It was in our driveway that was cement, and I took a turn too sharp, and I didn't. I guess I don't have instincts. I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't put my hands out, nothing. I just hit the ground with my forehead, and I had an egg-sized lump on my forehead. It was so huge. I just went, oh, like that.
Yeah.
Didn't even try to stop myself.
Well,
Explains so much.
I was driving like 50 on I had a motorcycle a long time ago that I built. And I was driving like 50 and I went to turn and I just hit some perfectly loose gravel and I just fell straight. And this bike was heavy. And I put my arm down immediately and just hit my hand. And I had a jacket on that had armor on it, but I didn't have gloves on. So my pants, and I had blue jeans on. So I had to cut my pants. My ex-wife cut my pants off, like cut them with scissors. And then my hand was just, it looked like a cheeseburger.
Oh, that's the worst feeling too, by the way.
Yeah.
I've gotten a lot of road rash and it's
Oof, yeah.
terrible.
So about a month later, my hand was black. My palm was black. And I thought like I don't remember what I thought, but it was like really textury, like paper. And I was like, I'm going to try something. So I poked it with a box cutter.
Nope.
And it just came off like I had sunburn. And there was gravel and shit in it. It was little bitty piece of gravel. And it came off and I had a freshly new hand under it. It was like a glove.
Wow.
It was weird.
Wow.
Dude. It's the weirdest shit I've ever experienced. It was cool though. Yeah.
Okay,
and
I've never experienced that. But I remember going down a hill on a bicycle and just getting speed wobble and just going over the top. And it was like 2 strips of gravel. I mean, or no, 2 strips of oh my God, like asphalt. And then the rest was all gravel. And I remember, and it just skinning my whole chest. And I remember my auntie having to take tweezers and pick out pieces of gravel that were stuck in my skin. It was so terrible.
Oh my God. Are you feel it? Question real quick. Are you interested in having children?
Me, no. I've never wanted kids. I never wanted them, and I just still don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. So somebody asked it. Would you continue to have OnlyFans if you had children?
If I had kids, yes, I would.
Yeah. I don't know.
No.
Now, I can't say how I'd feel about that because I'm not a kid and I'm not your kid.
Well, I think that the way that I was raised, I've never been a judgmental person in that way. And that I would hope I would raise kids that are the same. I just found out that my grandmother has been in the BDSM community for 45 years. And she is 82, I believe, and still does phone sessions. This is something I just learned the other day, actually.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? Like, I can't even,
Right?
like, I couldn't imagine. That's crazy. That's my grandma was 60. She was in her mid 60s, late 60s, and she was going out to clubs and wearing like club shit. And she like didn't look bad for her age.
Dude, life is short, man.
And then she had a stroke.
Real short. Oh, Jesus.
When she had a stroke, dude, she went from like 60, like looking 60, acting 60, maybe late 50s, to being like 100 after she had a stroke. It was gone. She could barely even like function. It was rough,
terrible.
It was rough.
Really awful.
And she fell, and then she fell one day, and that was all she wrote, man.
That sucks, man. The falling for old people, like you hear about that, and it's just the end.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
She had a DNR because she did not want to live. And she just, dude, that like, and they broke that DNR. They resuscitated her ass.
How can they do that?
They weren't supposed to, and they did, but then she died anyways. It was fine.
Oh,
no, she's a wild
fuckers.
Woman. She's a wild lady. She's cool though. She did some crazy shit. Like, she was not your typical grandma. She was really spooky, man. She would go and cut the breaker off in her house while I was spending the night with her. She'd cut the breaker off, and then she would like hide in the cellar of her house, and she would just scream like bloody murder over and over.
She's scaring the shit out of people.
Yeah, and I was like 9 or 7 or some shit. And it was just me in the house in the pitch black, and my grandma, which has like a shrill grandma voice, just screaming.
Wow.
And I would go look for her. I'd be like, Grandma, you know, like I'd be like going through the house, and I'd get to the cellar door, and she'd be screaming right outside. I could hear her right inside the door, just screaming, just not saying any words, just screaming.
That's terrifying for a kid.
Yeah. And then
this is why you don't like kissing. You don't know it, but this is why.
It makes a lot of sense. And I remember, dude, she did this multiple times. I don't know how I didn't get that shit by now. And I remember grabbing the doorknob, and as soon as my hand grabs the doorknob and makes a sound, she went pitch quiet, just gone. And the door would open, and it was pitch black. Keep in mind, it was pitch freaking black.
What the fuck?
And I'd open the door, and there was just nothing. And then she would just she would just scream and run at me, and I would just I would fall and collapse and just cry.
That's terrifying.
And then she'd be like, "Oh, baby, it's okay." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Thinking back now, I'm like, "Damn, she was a psycho." But,
she was a psycho. That's a little insane.
Yeah, she would be like, "Let me make you some ice cream, baby," and I'm like, dude. And she would watch. I'd go down to the movie gallery or whatever, and we would rent like 2 horror movies, and she'd sit there and eat her freaking pickled peppers and drink Natty Light, and we'd watch horror movies. My grandma was crazy, dude.
I was gonna say, she sounds like a cool lady.
Yeah, and then you get older. Once I hit 16, I saw her 3 times again. And she died when I was 29.
Okay. Yeah. You don't see your grandparents as you get older. You don't realize it.
Yeah.
I cut one of my grandparents out of my life, but another one I didn't get to see. I had planned on seeing him, and then he just died. And then my other grandma, the one that I talked to that's in the BDSM community, I talked to her on the phone, but she lives in San Francisco. I don't know if I'll see her again before she dies.
Yeah,
no clue.
I wish I would have. She was a great grandma, but my mom, she told me about, she was apparently a very, very mean mother woman, I guess. And my mom would talk about how she was the most evil woman that's ever existed. And she's like, "I'm glad she's dead." I was like, "God damn, Mom." But she was so nice to me, except for those times she scared my ass. But she
was so nice to me, except when she completely scarred my childhood.
She was awesome. But yeah, she apparently was really mean to my mom. And my mom would be like that. She when she died, I remember my mom was in tears when she finally died. And my mom was like, she's like, "The witch is dead." And she just cried, and I'm like, "My God."
Oh, they were happy tears.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They just didn't have a good relationship. She tried though, but for some reason they just did not have a good relationship. And everybody said this, all my aunts and uncles. They're like, "Yeah, she's a mean lady." And I'm like, "Gosh, she's so nice to me and my sister." So, Squid says, "I can't relate to anything y'all are talking about. I didn't know I had a grandma until I was 12. Turns out my mother didn't say anything because grandma was a massive. See you next Tuesday." Damn, son. Damn.
Look, I had to cut one of my grandmas out of my life because she was just a terrible person. And I didn't realize the extent of it until I got older and heard about what she did to my mom and my mom's sisters, her daughters. She would sleep with their boyfriends. She called herself senior slut. I was 8 years old and she called me junior slut. I was like, "Grandma." Even at the time, I was like, "This doesn't sound right." She used to, after my mom died, I was 6 years old. My little sister was 3. My little sister was 3. My grand, right after my mom died, or our mom died, she would come over and go shopping. She would bring a fucking grocery bag over and take our food, and she called it shopping. And she would look around the house to try to find wherever my dad had stashed cash just to steal it. Yeah. And I at the time I was like, "Yeah, this is really weird." As I got older, I was like, "Dude, she was stealing money." I mean, money and food from her grandchildren who had just lost their mother. And my dad was young and didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He was left with 2 girls, and he was like,
Yeah. One of my friends, I had a conversation 2 days ago about something like this. One of my friends, their aunt died. This was 2 days ago. They're my aunt died, and her mom, when she died, she's really heavily on drugs, the grandma is. And she's it's her great aunt or something. And she was she called her daughter's daughter and was like, what does she have? What does she have? Money? I want her money. I want all of her jewelry, everything in her pockets. She was wanting, it's she didn't get it. And this was the day she died. She's calling and just wanting all of her shit. She's, I want this and this, because she wants to sell it and get drugs.
Right.
And she's hooked on all kinds of different pain meds. And I'm like, God, that's a evil ass lady, man.
I'm 99% sure that my sister pawned our mom's wedding ring for drugs, and that sucks. I'm still pretty salty about that one. She claims it got stolen, and I was like, "You're on meth. I don't believe that."
Yeah, I had a lot of I grew up in a trailer park, man. A lot of my family members are on meth. Actually, I think every one of my cousins, all my cousins except for one or two, which don't live in Alabama, are all like meth heads.
It's
I was the only one. I survived.
Look, same. Drugs are like huge. People are like, "Why did you leave Hawaii?" I'm like, "Well, let me tell you,
Oh my
it's
God.
drugs are massive there. It's a big problem, and meth is everywhere. My sister's still in because of it.
Shit, man, it's a wild ass time. All right, boys. We are less than 100 from double fight milk. And we hit Neked Snake with Casey. By the way, I don't think I can ever see his chat again because it's way too far up. Yeah, it's
What
way
a
too
gem.
far. But Casey, I wanted to pull it up again, but I guess you can't do that. Casey dropped a $500 super chat. So I think it might be the first one this year. I don't know. Patrick Power, Trent Westbrook might have done that before or gotten really close to it. But Casey dropped a $500 super chat. That is balls deep, son. Balls deep. I appreciate you, dude. That got us Neked Snake immediately, which is something we're going to do. So we're already there, boys. It's 11 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and do that shit. So you can get prepared for that, Zia, if you want to.
All right, I'm going to go put the bra on.
There you go. Does it without it, gets banned immediately. It's like, oh,
your whole channel is nuked. You're like, I never should have had that whore on my channel.
CAMELCAST 5 was the last one. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. But we're gonna do that, and then Fight Milk. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Not quite double for the third stream in a row, but pretty damn close. Thank you, Casey. Again, I want to read everybody's super chats, by the way, at the end, because you guys are goated. I can't believe you guys are so delicious. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for making CAMELCAST so damn awesome. I did not expect it to be this freaking cool and this many people to be interested, and I really appreciate that, guys. Really, I really do. Incoherent Turd says, why are Zia's legs always visible for videos? Because they look good. I mean, look, dude, they look good. Like, why? If my legs look good, you'd be seeing them right now, but they don't. So my chest looks good, and guess what you're about to see? My chest. So does that make sense? Guess what you're about to see, right? So it's gonna be fun. Thank you for all the Rumble rants tonight. LP Dirty T and Morsk. He has said the average 14-year-old teen boy called trash an average full-grown adult woman. Most women have no idea how strong really. Yeah, so he's saying, and Morsk is saying the average 14-year-old boy can trash a woman. I agree with that. Two good shows. Viva Barnes, Rumble. Saw that one. And Morsk, thank you. Morsk is the top dog on every single stream, by the way. On Rumble. I appreciate you, dude. Love you, nerd. Jock Greenleaf Music. Cam, you better not wear a bra. I will not wear a bra. All right. So this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be an interesting one for sure. All right. Hey, B News in here. All right. So Taco, what's up, dude? How you doing, baby? Yeah, I don't wear bras. I probably need to. Let's be honest.
Your boobs are probably bigger than mine.
I have some big old titties.
I'm willing to bet.
Yeah, it's genetic. Like, I have friends that do the same program I do, and their chests don't get as big. I don't know why. I think it's my dad.
Genetic. Yeah.
My dad is jacked, and he doesn't work out. He's still stronger than me. Like, he's still, well, now not bench. You got to get to where, like, you have to work out to get to bench where I am, but like, he can still beat me in arm wrestling, and I'm way bigger than my dad. My dad's like 5'6". My mom's 4'11". My dad's 5'6".
How do you get so tall?
I'm not. Now, granted, look, keep in mind, I'm not that tall, but like, yeah, dude. When I go to like a family gathering, it's ridiculous. Wow. Everyone's so little, and I'm like, what the hell, man? It's really weird, dude. It's really, really weird. All right, let's see. Let me make sure I got my Fight Milk. I'm just checking to see if I got Fight Milk ingredients. Okay, I might have to go get it, but it's fine. Let's do Neked Snake. All right, Patrick. Shit, I'm doing it. All right, we're gonna do Neked Snake. So how this works, Zia, is I'm gonna start the music. All right, and I rip my shirt off when the chorus comes down.
Okay.
So it's the first chorus. You'll know.
Okay.
It's like I won't have my ears on though, because I gotta take my shirt off, obviously.
Don't judge my tummy, you guys. I ate a lot tonight.
Oh, I'm gonna judge.
Don't judge it.
Gross.
I ate a turkey panini. It was covered with cheese.
Everybody's gonna unsub immediately. No, so no, trust me, they're probably used to like 400-pound women. Trust me.
Okay.
No, that's a joke. It's a joke, everybody in chat. You got game. What's up? So, but yeah, I won't have my ears on probably for the first bit, and you'll just know. You'll know. I'll just look at me. You'll see me, and I'll tell you when. You'll know when it's coming. I mean, you know how music is. First chorus, you get it. So
yeah, how music is.
And then I'm gonna sing it. So don't cringe too hard. and it's not
Can't
going
be
to be
any worse than my singing.
It's going to be misaligned too because StreamYard has like 100 millisecond delay. So I'm not going to be singing perfectly in time. It's going to be hilarious.
Okay.
Usually I do though. Usually I sing perfectly in time, but now since I don't use OBS for these streams, because you could, but StreamYard's just so damn better to use just as this kind of format. So here we go. Let's do it. Oops, I'm still. Oh my god, that chick's still on here. Lena Belfiore. God damn.
I know. You got to look at the second girl I sent to. You might like her a little better. She's a little shorter, so she's not as tall, but I think she has a little more muscle.
Beautiful. All right, let's pull up this girl. Hold on. I'm changing this.
Noelle Leva.
Noelle Leva. Yeah. She got big jaw. I kind of like that.
She's got big shoulders.
She does have good shoulders.
Good shoulders.
Her boobs might be a hair too large. Maybe it's just how it's framed in some of these. Because sometimes it doesn't look that big. Yeah, she looks great. I think I prefer the first girl though.
Okay, all right.
She has more traditionally attractive features at her face. This girl looks a little bit less unconventionally attractive, and I'm like a monkey brain white dude, so conventionally attractive is what I prefer.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
Perky noses, nice cheekbones. All right. Here we go. It's time. Let me okay, so this is the StreamYard's weird, so I got to do all this weird shit to do this. Beep, beep, present my screen. I'm getting better at it. All right. Boop, boop, and then boop, and then boop. Wait, no, I took you out. Oops. All right. So now you should be able to hear it when it comes on, and we'll go. So let's go ahead. Everybody in the chat, make sure you get your likes up. We're 100 away from goal. The 700 is the overall goal for likes in the stream. Give it some beautifulness. Give it some kisses on the penis. You're about to see the biggest anticipated naked snake of all time. Let's do this. Here we go.
They're going to be disappointed when they see the boobs. That's all. I have to forewarn everyone. He has bigger boobs than me right now. Everyone is going to be. Keep
in mind, there is men like me out there that for some reason like small boobs, and I don't know what it is. I love it, dude. God, I can't. I like to, I'll explain it later. It's fine. I need to be able to grab all. All right, here we go. Here we go. Tell me if you can hear this. Here we go. Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Cool. Here we go, bitches. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Carrie says, see you got this. You got this.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Carrie. I like her so much.
Yeah, she's great. Cody is an ass. I agree. All right, boys. So I'm going to pop my ears off to get my bandana on. I know you probably don't have one, but it's fine. I didn't even tell you, so it's fine. Here we go. Monkey Man. All right, here we go. Monkey Man's the first one today. Thank you, dude. Music's too low. Let's turn it up, boys. Hold on. Let's turn it. How do you turn this up? You can barely hear it. Volume can barely hear it. What the fuck? Hold on. Let me pause it real quick before I continue. Make sure the volume is high enough. Oh my god. How do you turn up volume in this bullshit? I don't even know. Background music? I turned it up to 100. I don't know if that changes anything. Huh. I wonder how you do that. Let me see if this works. I'm gonna try something completely different here. Oops. How is the noise on this, guys? Is this louder? Is this loud? My chub wore off. I apologize. Camel Boomer. God damn. Way too low. Okay, let me make sure I turn this up before we can't. Somebody said good. Somebody said, God, different people are saying different things. All right.
That's the problem.
Yeah. I'm either deaf or your music's fucked. Not really. Sounds like background mic. What the fuck? Hold on. Man, I wish Nick could tell me how to increase the audio, the freaking audio. Hold on. Increase. Beep, beep, beep. And StreamYard. Here we go. This will tell me immediately. Boomer moment. Yes, it's all good. It is boomer moment for sure. All right. Okay, let's try that then. Here we go. Beep, 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 beep. That's so weird. Hold on, let's try this. Just sing it, Cody. I mean, I guess, yeah. Nick uses an audio booster for Chrome settings. Let's do it. We're gonna do it real quick. We're gonna see what happens. Adding it to Chrome right now. Patrick, come on. I got this. I promise you. We're gonna do this. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. All right. Come on. Load, you bastard. Oh my God, it's not loading. Come on. Come on. All right, cool. Now we got this. Ooh, all right, cool. I got something going. Here we go. All right. I did something. Let's see if this works. I hope it doesn't make it louder on my end, though. The screen with audio isn't shared. I already shared it, though. Now where's the audio booster tab? Where'd it go? Relaunch to updated Chrome. No. You kidding me? The extension's just not there that I just added just now.
I think I'm bad luck.
Oh, we got this.
I'm bad luck for your first naked snake.
Yes.
With
Well,
a
I mean,
girl.
yeah. I mean, it's like they don't want it to happen. All right,
YouTube
actually,
knows. It's like, what are you trying to do?
oh, here we go. Where is it? There it goes. Oh, I didn't have it pinned. I'm gonna try something real quick. We'll see what happens. This might be real loud, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna turn mine down on my end though, because it's gonna be real loud. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Interesting. All right, guys. Let me know if you can hear it. Here we go. Somebody said yes. Okay. Good. Oh, thank God. Good. Here, I'll even make it louder. Here we go. I'm gonna make it even. I'm just gonna go maxed. All right. Here we go. Better? Yes. Cool. All right. Cool. Better? Yes. All right. Cool. It is maxed out. Here we go. Now I'm gonna put my bandana on, and then you'll know when. You'll know when. So you probably have to pop your ears off to. Well, no,
I
you got a
will.
button.
Yeah.
You got a button thing. It's fine.
No, these don't button. They're fake buttons.
Fake
So
button.
they're fake buttons. So I have to take my ears off too. My God, I see him turning into Solid Snake.
Here we go. You guys ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Much better. Snake eater in my time. There be nobody else.
So look at this.
Crime. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. People are saying they can't hear it, so this is even better. We'll do it live. Amazing. It's coming through the mic for sure. Good. Well, I'll just sing it then. It's fine. Zia can hear it, and that's all that matters.
I can hear him and I can hear the singing. This is great.
I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there be nobody else. The clips will be gold, boys. Crime. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. 119 in a row, boys. If we have no music, it's fine. It still counts. I appreciate you guys. Love you. We'll get it working for the Fight Milk. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you, Tennessee Marine. And band. Shit. Not yet, Flawed. Not yet. Not yet.
Do you think the bra is gonna get banned?
All right, here we go.
We're looking
Okay,
at my
let's try
before
something.
boobs,
All
guys.
right.
This is for
Oops,
educational
shit, I didn't have my
purposes.
ears on this whole time. I forgot. Oh my god.
It's for educational purposes. I was just letting everybody know. We're
Best
seeing
one yet.
this is before boobs. This is BB, and then in April it's going to be AB. I'll come back on. We'll do another one and we'll compare.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll get you on in what, April? You said April?
Yeah.
The lack of audio helps. I love how a lot of people are like, "This is the best one I've ever seen," and then a lot of people are like, "This is the worst one I've ever seen." It's beautiful. All right. You gotta wait, flex your core a little. You got a great core. I'm jealous.
Thank you. They're
That's some
coming in
bull-
slowly. I have a layer of fat over the top that needs to
Some
go.
bullshit.
And I'm being such a baby about it.
Like my chest gets real cut looking all the time. It's real easy for me. My shoulders get cut looking like, but my freaking my lower stomach, I have to get down to like 8% body fat for my lower stomach to go away completely.
No, same. I have a
Nightmare.
little, this is where I keep a little bit of fat, but I keep most of my fat in my hips and my thighs and like my butt area.
Yeah.
So like this part will go, but it's just, it takes, I mean, I still have, there's some stuff going on there.
I might have to go
That's
get
all the donuts and the cookies.
Oh my
The
god.
what?
I said I might have to go get fat milk. Let's see. Lost little man. Appreciate you, dude. I love you. But first, let me get the music working real quick. She looks fine. Well, yeah, she looks great. What are you talking about? Did somebody say she didn't look fat? Ground? I mean, there's somebody that's probably gonna be like, dude, people say I look gross all the time.
Oh, I don't even look at comments anymore because I just know there's gonna be people being like, she's fucking hideous. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
If they allow those naked yogas, just say it's educational. Dude, Daramuth, we literally said that before we started the stream.
Yeah.
Like in the back room. We were like, yeah, well, you just say it's educational, it'll work.
It's educational.
All right. Next day for the waist down. All right, Cloud Strap, I got you next time. All right, let's see if I can get this music working. I'm gonna add it to stream because this is the song I use. I'm gonna turn this down though because it's freaking blaring my ass. I'm gonna see if maybe this is what the issue was. Tell me if you guys can hear it now, real quick. Beep 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 beep. I'm just fucking with it now. Maybe it's because I didn't have it on there all the way. I don't know. You can hear it now.
I hear that's pretty good.
Yeah. What the fuck? How did that? That's weird. That's so strange. Yep, that was your issue. Now, what about now? Does it stay? Ready? Is it still there, guys? I know Zia can still hear it.
No, I can't hear it anymore.
Oh,
I can't hear it anymore.
what the fuck?
Now I hear it again.
Do you still hear it now?
Yes, now I hear it.
Oh my god, I fixed it.
What was it?
I have it. Okay, so it was. I wasn't supposed to remove it from the stream. I was supposed to just go back to this menu right here. Ha! I can make me bigger and you smaller. Bitch.
Just like real life.
Ha! Yes. I was about to say. I was trying to see if that was a small penis. All right, I fixed it. Cool. Have to do it again. No, she's already naked. I can't do it again. But we can do fat milk, which I'm gonna have to go get. I'm gonna have to go get my fat milk.
I don't think I can fit any more in my belly.
Do you have? Let's see your biceps. Ready, go.
They're like slowly coming in.
Yeah,
I'm working on it.
No, you're doing good.
Working on my shoulders a little bit. My triceps are getting there.
Yeah,
like, we're working on it. We're working on it. You're all muscly. You're a muscly man.
It took like almost a decade to get here.
No, it does. It takes so much longer than people realize. Like, it's like, if you want to make real changes to your body, don't expect it to be in like a couple of months. It's like a year, 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
Like,
I couldn't even grow a beard when I started this shit. And now I have a beard like in 2 days now.
Now you're like a manly man. You have the beard. You have it. Did you get the bandana when you started getting the beard too? Yeah. It just grew. It grew in. It grew. It grew in. Thank you, boys, by the way. Somebody said give him more money to do it again. Give it more money to do it. All right, look, here's what we'll do. Here. Do you guys want me to do it again with the music? Let's see how many people say we'll want to do it again. I don't want to do it again, but I'll do it again because technically I'm breaking the law. Bait and switch, technically. So
Trust me, I've dealt with this in the past recently.
Wait, seriously? Someone got mad because you didn't do it properly?
No, it was something that I was doing.
Oh.
I did something and I got bait and switched and I had to file a lawsuit. It's a very personal thing. It's not personal like sexy, like human personal touching people. It's like a professional personal thing. Yeah, I did. And I got fucked over, so I had to file a lawsuit. But it's fine. It's an easy win. It's very, very easy. It's just gonna take a little time. It's not that big deal. But yeah, it's good. I'm just suing for a small amount of damages, very, very small.
To cover the cost, yeah.
100%. 100%. All right, we're gonna do it again. But I'm just gonna be naked. I'm just gonna sing it though. I'm gonna be naked though. I'm not gonna I can't. You want me to remove my skin on the second go and it's just bones? Yeah, we'll do that. All right, we're gonna do it again, real quick, just so you guys can have the full experience. And then Zia has to dance this time.
What kind of dancing?
I don't know, just whatever you want to do. There you go.
I'm a bad dancer.
That's actually that's much better actually.
Okay, I'll do the shopping cart.
What is that?
You never seen the shopping cart?
No. Oh my god. Oh my god. You instantly went from like looking 25 to looking 68. That's so weird.
And then there's the and then the swimming one.
Do you not go? Have you never went to a club or something?
No, I do not dance. I don't like club music, and I don't like any of it.
I agree, but I can knock it down a little bit if I need to. Geez.
Oh, that's good for you. I cannot know.
So you can't twerk. Man, you look so like you could twerk. That's so weird.
I mean, I can shake my ass around on OnlyFans. I can do some stuff like that, kinda. I'll do like I'm not gonna do it on here. See, now I feel silly. I can do like lap dancing. I'm sorry, BLT. So you brought me on and people are like, I'm leaving.
This is terrible. She's shopping carted. That's what it is. All right. This $5. All right, we're gonna do this real quick, and then I'm gonna give Zia the stream for like 30 seconds while I go get 5 milk. So here we go. We're doing it again, so you guys can actually hear it this time. Here we go. I'm gonna turn it up this time because you guys said it was low. Is that loud enough, bitches? Come on, chat. Say something. We hear it. Cool. All right, let's do this bullshit. Finally. Perfect. Thank you, God. Whew. It was my mistake. I fucked up. So, louder. No! You get nothing. All right. Here we go. I even sing the beginning. What a thrill with darkness inside. I can't sing that high. I tried. I don't know why. I've never sung the beginning. It's weird. Oh, he's even double dipping on me. Look at this guy. I'm singing with you good. Here we go. You guys ready? Just imagine my shirt's being peeled off. There you go. Here we go. Cassandra Holiozo, my boys. 2 snakes in 1 stream. Oh my God. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. There be nobody else crying. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, Snake Eater. Can you do this, Zia?
No. Maybe when I get my boobs done, I can. I was noticing that. It's so cool. Look at this. Yeah. What is this? What am I supposed to do? What's happening?
You just got to do it. I can't explain it. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, body, yeah. Cry. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still a dream snake eater. All right, bitches. Hallucinosis. We did it. 2 snakes in a stream for the first time ever because I fucked up the first one. Thank you so much. Rose Dawg does the stream. Appreciate you. There you go. All right, dual snake. We did it, boys. I'm so proud of myself. All right, now you got your money's worth. Now you can start yelling at me in the chat, bait and switching your asses. All right, so now what's going on, Keno? How you doing, baby? We did Naked Snake. It's how you fly to you. You got something good here, Camelot. Well, I appreciate you. CLP99. Thanks Zia. Zia's the one that made it stay above 400 viewers this whole time, to be honest.
I don't think that's true at all, but thank you. I think we all know who they're here for.
All right. So now I'm gonna go get my fight milk real quick.
Let me pull up the chat so I can see what people are saying.
Okay. And I will put it on. Can I do that? Can I just put it? Wait, I can do that. I can just put it on Zia real quick, I think. No.
Oh, no. Don't just put it on me.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
No one wants to see this much of me.
All right, boys. I'm going to go get fight milk. Flawed, my boy. 2 seconds. Oop, I done. Oh, put my shirt on my screen. Don't do that. I just pulled up the freaking script option. All right. Here we go. I'm going to go get fight milk real quick. So it's Zia. She's pulling up your chat right now. So you can
I'm pulling up chat.
There you go. It's now Zia's stream. 2 seconds, boys.
Hello, everyone. I stream on my own. I spend like hours streaming on my own Twitch and YouTube and stuff. But for some reason, when I'm in other people's, I'm like, what do I do? What do I say? Hi, guys. How's everybody tonight? Thank you for having me on. And thank you for looking at the non-existent breasts I have. I haven't worn a bra in so long, I forgot. These things, you guys are lovely. You guys are absolutely lovely. And thank you. It's just, I don't even fill this bra out. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, the lighting was bad earlier. Oh, no, that's okay. I was blonde before this. I just did my hair red recently. I'll go. You guys are so nice. You guys are so lovely. Kamala has an amazing chat. Bras are terrible. I don't know who convinced girls that we were supposed to wear these, but they're so uncomfortable. They're never not itchy on the bottom. I don't think I can do the Charleston. They're real and 7 is big. 7 is huge. Hi, Reese. Hi, Reese. Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. Was it women that convinced ourselves that we need to wear these? They're truly awful. Although I got to tell you, this feels kind of nice because it's nice and cool. I do kind of wish I could just sit here topless. I've actually had that thought of like, what site can I stream on where I don't have to wear a shirt or a bra, but I still want to play the games?
I wish YouTube was allowed that. That would be really cool.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh my God, your chat is so sweet. Holy shit. Could have had them up the whole time. They're so
all the
lovely.
mean people got banned, but from my mods. My mods are wild, dude.
Oh, that's good. Good for them. Your mods have to be like that, though. They have to lay down the law because you get people coming in and they just want to troll, and you're like, this isn't fun for everybody. It's
I like how
for you.
The viewers went up when I left, and then it starts going back down when I come back. I love that. This is how it always works. All right. Is it StreamYard? It is Broken Prophet. I got it figured out now. The music's, I figured out the music thing. So I'm going to do fight milk. Zia said she's too full, which is totally fine.
I'm so sorry. I ate so much. It was my mistake. I had an ice cream sandwich after dinner too.
The fact that anybody has ever done it with me is pretty wild. So, but you can just sit there topless. It's perfect. Well, shirtless. There you go. That kind of works.
It kind of works.
Do fight milk while attractive woman with her shirt off just sits here.
This is really
that's what you should. That's what you should always have. Like, just have a stream, and then there's like just a square box with a shirtless girl in the top corner. Just the whole stream.
This face. I'm gonna stop doing that immediately.
All right, Flawed chugged the fight milk like a boss. Flawed was wild. He did it so good. He killed it almost as fast as me, and I have experience, man. Thank you, Jessica Reloaded. I appreciate you.
Milk.
Is that my dog? He's trying to break the hell in right now. He's a freaking maniac. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you. Here we do. Luckily, I have 2 eggs, so even if we hit double fat milk, I couldn't do it anyway. So we almost did too. We got like $40 away from double fat milk. Yeah, Flawed's still in here too. Flawed's the goat, man. He even watches my streams. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna do some fat milk, and then we're gonna call it, and then I'll let you shill all your stuff, and then we're gonna call it, and then I get on a plane and go to the good old fashioned Vegas. So.
Oh man, you're gonna have so much fun. I'm low key jealous.
Yeah, I go to Vegas usually every year at some point. But I'm going really early this year because my friend Helena, which is one of my mods, was like, "Hey, I'm going in February. You should come." And then it kind of just turned into us all going to Vegas now. So
that works out.
All right. Actually, I'm gonna make the fat milk first, because if I don't, I will not do it in time because I have to do it really fast. So what fat milk is? So let's educate Zia on the fat milk. Because I can't ever make her do it either because she said she doesn't drink milk.
I don't drink milk or alcohol. Yes, bralettes are the way to go. No wires, all lace. Noah. You're a smart man.
What the hell's a bralette?
It's like a bra. It's like a little mini top thing, but there's no underwire, and it's just all like a little lace. It's all soft and comfortable. It's usually lined with cotton. Those are where it's at.
You know what I fucking love? Before we do fat milk, you know what I fucking love? I love when a girl is wearing a low cut shirt that has her stomach kind of exposed, like a thin girl, and she has small boobies, and they're kind of lifting up the top of the shirt, and they're perky.
Like this? Like you see under boob, or they're just lifting up?
Just like it's down to like right above their belly button, maybe.
Oh, okay, like here.
Yeah, but like they have that like the little outline of like they're like tiny boobies, just tiny boobs that are like perky.
Hold on.
Yeah. she's gonna show me what I mean, I guess, which is probably correct. I love that shit. God, I love it. You can just reach your hand up in there, bitch. If you like the girl, you know her, you can reach your hand up there and just, ha. That's if you know her, obviously. You don't do it if you don't know her. That's illegal, guys. Don't do that shit. I'm talking about like when it's legal, when they know you and they like you and they're okay with this. Zia is going to demonstrate for us, which is an added extra bonus to the stream, guys. Make sure you like the stream in honor of Zia. We're 20 away from 700. By the way, guys.
Like that kind of?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. I was thinking more like of a low-cut band shirt with just boobies hanging out. But yeah, no, that works too.
Sort of.
Yeah.
I have an Iron Maiden t-shirt, but it's not low cut.
Yeah.
I went to go see them when they were here, and they were in New Jersey in October. Holy shit, they still put on a good live show.
Yeah, dude, Bruce Dickinson still has that. He still has a great voice, and he's like 70.
Is amazing. And Nico McBrain, that man is 70 years old. He was fucking shredding. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's weird because when you watch, for example, if you watch Dream Theater live, James
I've never
LaBrie,
watched any of their stuff live.
James LaBrie's vocals are so bad that it makes me want to tear my freaking ears off. But
that's so disappointing.
Yeah, but Bruce Dickinson still kills it, man. Jeff Tate Jeff Tate from Queens Rock back in the day, he still like can sing Queens Rock shit. Now, albeit it's not as good as it used to be, but Bruce Dickinson can almost do as good as he used to. It's freaking wild.
Oh yeah, it was impressive.
Portnoy's goat, yeah, that's for damn sure. All right, so this is what fat milk is. So we take one egg, we'll pop this bitch in here.
All right.
I hate how it squirts, man. I know you're used to that probably, but I just fucking hate that.
I one time spent like 3 hours one night trying to make myself squirt. I couldn't do it. I was so disappointed. God.
Wow. No.
I spent so much time. I was like, why can't I do this?
It's because it's piss, right?
That's what I've heard. I've heard two different things. I don't know which is true. I've heard it's pee. I've heard it's not pee. I don't know. I need to get to the bottom of this.
What'd you think it was? Like you just got to give it some hell and just go real hard and see what happens?
Yeah, I thought you had to hit like a specific spot. I had like 3 different toys. I was like, I'm going to figure this out. And I couldn't.
It's like I came 97 times. I could not squirt. It's like,
I couldn't squirt. That was so sad.
It's because the The tutorial to squirting is just wait till you have to piss really bad and then masturbate until you come and then piss at the same time. And then it's just like shooting a fountain.
There you go.
Yeah, it's disgusting. No, I had a girl that used to tell me that her dude was into squirting, and she's like, "Yeah, I just pissed," and I was like, "Oh, that's gross." And he was like gobbing and like freaking like wanting her to do it all over his face and stuff.
And she's just peeing on him
Yeah,
the whole time.
This the whole time. All right, here we go. So this is the first step. It's 2 eggs, guys. We now I do got to say this. Tim, I didn't see that. Hold on. Tim dropped $40. He said double fat milk now. I would do that, Tim, but I only have 2 eggs. That's why I was like, man, I'm glad we didn't hit double fat milk because I only have 2 eggs. But I love you, and I'll do it next time for sure. Probably I don't know when the next show is gonna be. It'll probably be Saturday when I'm at the hotel.
You're gonna have to raise the rice white milk to keep up with the inflation of eggs.
Yeah, do that, man. Luckily, I only eat eggs and I do fat milk. Otherwise, I just buy egg whites. Thank you so much, Tim. By the way, Lost Little Man, I love you. I appreciate you. You're sexy and delicious. Zia, I did see some people you a site called ePlay, which allows naked gaming. That or Pornhub, of course, Pornhub.
That's what? That's a good point. Why didn't I think of that?
Thank you, Helena, for your $10 super chat. I love you. I appreciate you. Tim's goated. Let's go down to the bottom. I appreciate you. All right. So how much for double fat milk? Well, we already hit it. It's just I only have 2 eggs. The rest, as you can see, are exploded. Every one of them. They're all cracked as hell. We've been doing double fat milk every stream. I guess I didn't think about it. And then we got this, your most hated thing, the milks.
I hate milk so much.
It's Fairlife. It's so good, delicious.
Fairlife? Is that like a brand of milk?
Yeah, it's like it's like ultra pasteurized or something, and it has like 25 grams of protein per cup or something. 13 grams of protein per cup.
Shit, that's actually really good. I'm always trying to find ways to cram more protein in me. As soon as I hear something has protein, I'm like, really?
I'm about to make a sex joke every 2 seconds. I'm finding a way to cram more protein in me. I'm like, I got a way. It's also good for your pores. All right, so
I got a whole 3 inches.
A whole 3. That's being generous. I'm gonna be honest. And then once we got 2 eggs, we got the milk here. And then we do terrible sex joke. No, it's a great sex joke. Tim, shut up. And then we do the final ingredient, which is some cheap ass Sailor Jerry rum.
Oh, I used to get so shit faced on Sailor Jerry's. Yeah, oh my god, yeah. Sailor Jerry and root beer was so good together. I remember getting drunk in a hotel room in Kona, and oh god, all we did was get super wasted, and we walked down the store to an ABC store and got a bunch of ice cream. That was our whole night.
That sounds awesome. I stopped drinking. Like I usually drink like once or twice a week when I'm not cutting, but when I'm cutting, I don't drink at all except for fat milk. That is the only time I will drink. Mm-hmm. And God, man, I love drinking. I fucking love it.
Oh, trust me. There are times when I want to ruin my life, but I don't do it.
Is it a I can't stop kind of situation? Is that what it is? Yeah, see, like yes. I don't have that thing. Like I can drink, whatever when I want to, and then I can just not drink again for 6 months. It's really weird.
That's good. That's good. I can't stop, and then also once I start drinking, I can't. Like I'm gonna get blackout every single time. Like I had to get sober for real
every single time. Blackout.
Oh yes, it was bad. I was going to kill myself.
Oh Jesus! Well, I guess it's good that you stopped then. Now, granted, I didn't start drinking until I was 27.
Wow.
So, yeah, I was really weird and like straight edge until I was 27, and then when my wife left, and then I would hang out with girls, and they're like, "I got whiskey. You want to drink whiskey?" And I was like, I was a yes man. I was like, "Sure." And they come over, and I would just drink some whiskey, and I just got into it. I love it now. It's great.
And now you're shirtless drinking fight milk on a stream with a bandana wrapped around your head. I love it.
This is the weird path that I went to. 7 likes until we're at 700, which matches Flawed. Flawed was one of the best shows we've ever had, easily. Now I've had 4 so far. So thank you, Flawed.
Liking.
We kicked this one up a notch though, because I know Flawed's a great person. He's a great man, but he's not a naked woman. And it's hard Hard to beat. I'm gonna be honest. All right, here we go. Let's do Neked. Hey, we hit 700. Look at that. Now I'm sure everybody can hear this. Can you hear this here? Cool. All right. So we're gonna do Fight Milk, and then we're gonna wrap up the show. How do you assume his gender? I appreciate you guys. This is the third or fourth Fight Milk in a row now. Maybe fourth or fifth. I don't know. It's the fourth Fight Milk in a row. I appreciate you guys. I love you. I'm gonna do this in honor of Zia for coming on, having such a great show. Literally could have talked about anything. Doesn't matter. Wet pussy doesn't matter. She's a character. So,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And thanks for doing Neked Snake with me. That's pretty cool. Even though I fucked up the first time, we made up for the second time.
I'm sorry I can't dance. I'll try harder.
Do the shopping cart. Here it comes. I hate doing this. I hope Flawed can see what I'm doing. Get the hell on it, dog on it. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Let's do it. Ooh. Oh. Easy.
Well done.
Easy.
Well done, sir. That is.
Easy.
I would have puked.
Oh. I got too used to double Fight Milk. Woo. Double Fight Milk is, I got too used to it. Now single Fight Milk's easy right after.
So is that just 4 eggs, same amount of milk?
I do the same milk, 4 eggs, and a little bit more rum than I would.
That's intense. That's intense. That girl, Lena
Yeah.
Belfiore, that mustard, she just drinks her egg whites.
Yeah,
She just drinks raw egg whites and eats plain oatmeal.
you can do that.
Yeah.
But I like to cook my egg whites, 15 tablespoons, and then I put 1/4 of a cup of Colby Jack cheese in it.
That sounds much better.
And it helps my macros, and it tastes like freaking mac and cheese, man. Although
delightful.
I haven't had mac and cheese in a long time, so I probably am just fibbing. But
You're gonna eat real mac and cheese, and you're gonna cry. You're like, I didn't realize it could be so good.
yeah, dude, that's what happens when I come off my diet a little bit. Let me pull this off. All right, when I come off my diet a little bit, I will eat something finally. I'll never forget, dude. I was eating Halo Top ice cream, like for a cheat meal once a month.
Yeah.
Halo Top ice cream is literally diet ice cream with protein.
It's garbage. I used to eat it all the time.
And
I hate it.
And my old roommate was like, I would tell her, dude, Halo Top's just as good as normal ice cream. This is what I would say to myself. Well, one time I got gelato. I was like, you know what? My abs are popping. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna get some gelato. I got sea salt caramel gelato that had chunks of caramel in it.
Oh my God. Talenti or like from an actual place?
It's kind of you can buy at the store in those clear tubs.
That's the top screws off?
Yeah.
Talenti. Ooh,
Yeah.
That stuff's good.
And I took one bite and I looked over at her and I was like, yeah, this Halo Top's not the same as this.
No,
not even close.
No.
Dude, it was like waking up. It was like that first time I like put my PP into a chick.
You're like, my hand has been nowhere near close.
Dude, which is a funny moment. Dude, the first time I ever did that, like it was like that scene where Doctor Strange gets flung through the freaking galaxy. And he's just going through like space and time.
Dimensions.
That's what happened the first time I like inserted into like
How
a woman.
old were you when you lost your virginity?
Well, so I was 16.
Okay.
I
thought you were gonna say like 25.
What the fuck?
Well, because you said you didn't drink till you were 27 when your wife left.
I was married for 7 years. What did you think? I didn't have sex with her? So, anyways, did you not have sex with your ex-wife? That's why she left. Actually, I wouldn't have. No, I was 16, and the first time, so it was a terrible story. I went to meet up with this girl. I went on MySpace, sorry, and got to her house, and I got nervous, and I shit in her driveway.
What?
So I was in her house, and I couldn't. She was like 16, and I was 16, and I wasn't supposed to be there. I climbed into her window, and I was sitting in the floor, and I started having contractions, and I've never felt this before. I was so nervous, I had the shits. And I've never had this before. So it got so bad to where I was like, I have to leave. And I jumped out of her window and I ran down her driveway. It was a really long driveway. I ran down her driveway and I got to the end of the driveway and I just ripped my pants down and I just like projectile shit everywhere. And she could see me through her window, by the way.
Oh my God. You did. There was no bush or nothing to hide behind.
No, dude, it was completely like just dirt. Like their whole like land was just dirt.
Oh my God.
So I went to Walmart and had I shit again, of course. And I used the wet wipes, and then I went back and she still had sex with me. And it was like it was with a condom and stuff.
That's a good egg. She's a good egg.
Yeah, time was not good to her. Last time I saw her was like 10 years ago, and she was like 400 pounds. But back then, she was like your size.
Oh wow, Jesus, that's a big jump.
Yeah, dude. So, but it was with a condom, and I didn't know any different, right? So like it was like whatever. And I remember thinking for the longest time that sex was so overrated. And then I was like, I just turned 18, and I was dating this girl, this little scene girl. I'd lost a bunch of weight, and I was really scrawny. And I was dating this scene girl. Like she had like freaking crazy hair and stuff. And
pulled over way over to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we had sex like in her friend's apartment. And I used a condom. And it was we finished, it was over, and I'm like, man, sex is just really overrated. I don't understand why people fucking give a fuck about it. And then the next night we're upstairs and the condoms are downstairs. And we're getting
like Harold and Kumar moment.
We're getting frisky, right? And stuff. And she's like, dude, just like pull out or something. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I heard, dude, I'll never forget. I like got my junk, and I inserted, and it was like waking up for the first time. It was unbelievable. And it was like seeing space and stars. And
the clouds parted, the angels started singing.
I remember like audibly being like, oh my God. And I was like, so this makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I went ham as hell. It was great.
Oh yeah, no. Condoms are truly awful. Like one of my favorite things about being in a relationship is not having to use condoms. It's amazing.
I've used them once since then, and I'm in my 30s now. So and I've been around the block, and I've never had an STD or an STI. Carrie.
Wow, good for you.
It's Carrie's like the health class like teacher. It's like if you ever have unprotected sex, your whole family will die. And you're like, God damn.
Your penis will fall off. Never have sex again.
What did Flawed say? He said, that's what God had planned, man. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was great, dude. It was wild. And that dude ever since? No, dude. Now, granted, if there was a girl I was hanging out with and she's like, dude, I want you to use a condom, I'll be like, yeah, dude, too. I would never argue with that.
Yeah.
But if she's like, dude, you can do it raw, I'm like, let's do it. I will pull out. I don't give a fuck.
Your pull-out game must be strong, or like you said, you have a few illegitimate Tinder children out there.
I have one.
Do you like for real? You have a kid out there that you're just not. You're 100%. Like, she's cool. You're like, I don't want anything from you, and you're like, okay, great.
Yeah. So she's married. Oh. And she just was like, we'll just say it's his.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. Does the other guy think it's his kid?
I think he knows by now. It was a long time ago. She's like 5 or 6 now. This is a long time ago.
Oh, Lord.
But I had to like meet with social services and do all this kind of weird documentation. It was really weird. But yeah. So yeah, I've told this story on stream a bunch of times. But then people I feel like people are always surprised when they hear about this. Yeah, it's like, look, dude, all right, look, there's one out there, but I'm not involved. All right.
Right. It's like you donated sperm. You're like a sperm.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's like
like here, take my babies, but I'm
yeah. Good. But yeah, it's fine. I never think about it. It doesn't bother me. So, but yeah, no, and that wasn't a pullout thing. That chick was wild.
She wanted you to come in her. She's like,
yeah, no. Dude. She was like, I'll be going ham, right? And dude, she was so attractive, it was unfreaking believable. She was #1 in my entire life, attractive girl.
Wow.
And
6 feet tall, blonde, small boobs.
No, well, she was pretty tall. She's like 5'9". But
that's
no,
pretty tall.
Shit, she was hot. So whatever. But dude, I would be just going ham, just get hitting it, and then she'd be like, "Bro, finishing me, please." And I'm like, "But what about things?" And she's like, "Dude, it's fine." And I'm like, "Okay."
Wow. Did she have a breeding kink, or was it like
maybe?
Wow.
I don't know. It's pretty wild.
Man, I'm like the exact opposite. That shit freaks me out. I can't enjoy it if I think I might get pregnant. I'm like, no. I know what it does to your body, and it scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Like the whole idea of having a whole little human in there, I don't want to.
No, I agree. Like now, granted, I'm a guy, but I would never want anything inside my belly, unless it's like food.
Freaks me out. Yeah,
I don't want
nothing
growing. Nothing growing in there, please. I would rather die.
Speaking of, I do have a little panini belly right here.
Panini belly, dude. I'm gonna eat. So when I get to Vegas tomorrow, I'm probably gonna eat something kind of good.
Oh yeah.
For the first time in almost 60 days, it's gonna be great, and I'm gonna get drunk too.
That's I was gonna say that's pretty good. 2 months of cutting that's a decent amount of time. You're gonna really enjoy your food. Oh man.
But when I get back, I will go. I have another 4-week stint of cutting. So
I should do a little, not like a cut, but I should like.
Your core already looks fine.
Food. It's okay. There's a little over here I'd like to get rid of, and there's a little down
but dudes
here.
Like to grab that shit when they're going balls deep.
They do. But I don't know. I'm crazy and I want it to be better. Yeah.
Well, how much do you weigh?
115 last time I weighed myself.
115. That's you're
5'2". It's not bad. My dad, I think I told you this off stream. My dad was a bodybuilder, so the way that I view my body and the way I feel like it needs to be, just how he kind of drilled into my head since I was a kid, because he took me training with him since I was 13. And I was a personal trainer for a while. I don't know. I get into weird places, and then I gained a bunch of weight and by a bunch of weight, I mean, I weighed 123. Yeah. But for me, that was a lot. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I just have like a standard in my head of how I need to be. And I get a little freaked out when I'm not there.
Yeah, no, I get it. I totally get it. There's this girl I train with sometimes, and she used to be like at 115. She kind of looked a little like floopy, just a little bit, like
a little bit. Yeah,
yeah.
That's how I am, just a little floopy.
But I started training with her kind of regularly about 2.5 years ago, and kind of put her on my program. And like 2.5 years goes by, and she weighs like 130 now, 131. Wow. And she looks like she could punch a hole in a wall, and she has no body fat, like on her
solid.
Her belly. She has like abs, and she has big traps, big shoulders, and she has no fat except for like on the basically top tip of her ass where she does kickbacks. Whew. And it's crazy because if I look at pictures of her like 2.5 years ago, like she looks like a kind of like a skinny fat girl, and now she looks like a monster.
Wow.
And it's just because
how much protein did you like with her diet? How much protein did you put her on?
Like 160 a day.
Okay.
Grams.
All right. I'm trying for 130. It's hard to get enough protein.
Dude, I do 240.
God, Lord. Do you just eat nothing but chicken all day?
Yep.
Yeah.
I eat grilled chicken 2 to 3 times a day. I eat 15 tablespoons of egg whites twice a day, and then I eat 2 protein bars and 2 like scoops of like whey.
Yeah, I remember my dad doing that. I remember him taking around like plain potatoes, just plain baked potatoes, and baggies of chicken breasts, like in a Ziploc bag, and he would take it around and just eat out of it. Yep. Tuna fish was another one. He'd eat tuna straight out of the can for like a midday snack.
I did that.
All that.
I did that for one cycle where I just did like tuna and I got so sick of tuna that I can't even smell it now. I'll throw up.
Yeah, I like tuna, but I can't eat it by itself. My dad used to do this thing for us when we were kids, and I think about it sometimes. It's so fucking good, but it sounds really weird. He would make angel hair pasta, and he would mix in tuna and a shit ton of cheddar cheese till the cheddar cheese was melted, and it was just cheesy tuna pasta. It was so fucking good.
Oh, that sounds great, actually.
I want that.
Let me go through these super chats real quick before we get off here.
Sorry, I'm just yammering.
No, dude, you're fine. I don't give a damn. Karis, Billy Hatcher, Trent Westbrook, Casey with a $500 super chat. God damn. 16-bit mascot, Russell Hall, Derek Cuda, Front Porch Conservative, Russell Hall, Crispy Cracker, Master Lions, Heron of Alexandria, Russell Hall again, Shanny with a big pink boy, Disco Cobra with a huge red boy, 16-bit mascot, Mr. Vigo, Super AJS, Shanny, Saiyan, Squid, Billy Hatcher, Shanny, Richard, Sean Mallory, Russell Hall, Yellow Flash 2, my boy. Michael Cortez, Holy Ozone, Russell Hall, Master Lions, Cowboy Juggernaut. Tristan, Heron of Alexandria, Russell Hall. I love how it's the same 3 people. Master Lions, Eric Reed. I'm sorry, man. I know I read that, but I didn't say your name. Sayin, Shani, Russell Hall, Crispy Crackers, Sayin, Russell Hall, Russell Hall, Russell Hall. Disco Cobra, Russell Hall. Damn, I appreciate you, Russell Hall. Yorick, Disco Cobra, Cowboy Juggernaut, Squid, Rakeda Law with a pink boy, Russell Hall, Frank Pellegrino, Rakeda Law again, Heron of Alexandria, Russell Hall again, Noah Sanders, Chan Chan, Kerry Davidson, Rakeda Law. My dude, Rakeda, he gave me like $100. Helena, Max Beast, Russell Hall, Disco Cobra, Max Beast, Cowboy Juggernaut, Rizzo, Cassandra, Busted Knuckle, Damagini, Helena, Lost Little Man, Daramuth, Russell Hall, Dime Card, Brad Powers, Weeaboo Desu, Trent Westbrook, Jacob Dickens, The Squid, and then all the stripper blue boys. I appreciate you guys. Malware, Snow Rome, Holy Ozone, Helena, and Lost Little Man. I appreciate you guys so much. God, that was a lot. There's a lot of these freaking bitches on here. I appreciate you guys. Is there anything you want to shill before we log off this stream?
Yeah, just if you guys ever want to check out anything else I do, I also have a YouTube, twitch.tv/Zealand. So, well, I guess Zealand on YouTube, Twitch, and OnlyFans if you're interested in that as well. It's XIALAND, pretty much across all platforms. So if you want to check it out, I go live on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, I put your YouTube in the description.
Thank you.
Because you can just do the @ you can just do @ now.
I love that. I love that you can tag people on YouTube. That's makes it so much easier.
Yeah, so that's freaking awesome. Oh, by the way, we hit the lot goal. Can you believe it? Yeah, so I'm trying. I know I'll have Nick on again. He'll be the most the first repeat guest because we're rooming together in Vegas. And then I'm trying to have I'll have Gary Nerdrotic on next week sometime. If he, I don't know. We'll see. I talked to him the other day. We'll see. And D-Day Cobra will come on here very soon. I'm going to get Ryan Cannell. I'm going to message Ryan. I'm sure he'll come on. He's cool as hell. And I'm trying to get It's a Gundam. He knows that I want him on my show. So there's that. And then long shot is Act Man. I'll have Rich from Review Tech too. That'd be a fun stream. So get the hell on it, doggone it. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much to Zia for being such a damn sport.
Thank you for having me. This was really fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of good subject. I like talking about like smashing pissers and dating and shit. I love that shit. And dude, no one ever can talk about it. Me and Flawed talked about it a lot. Me and Nick talks about it a lot, but talking about it with a girl is like a completely different thing. I didn't talk about it with Anna because it was my first show ever, and I'm like, I don't want to fuck with Anna too hard on this.
Anna's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Not that she's like that, but if you like mess with her, she's like,
yeah, she's
I love
fun.
Anna.
Yeah,
she's great.
We've been friends for a long time. But hell yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. I will not be doing a locals after this, so make sure you like this on the way out. We'll have our next stream probably Friday or Saturday. I think Saturday I might be at a party. But it'll either be Friday or Saturday. It'll be probably me and Nick. I'm not guaranteeing that, but it should be that if it is anything. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Get the hell on it, doggone it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in a short, and then Friday in a video. So get the hell on it, doggone it. Love you guys. Say bye. Everybody say bye to Zia.
Bye, guys. Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Thank you for being so kind and lovely.
You. Love you. Thank you.
Bye.